Brother. Big dude. Yeah.
From all your worst fucking nightmares comes two MCs to put fear back into the hearts of women and children.
Yeah.
A river of blood.
What? You talking smack, I got a bat like a Padre. Paw wild, Giamatti sipping till I'm sideways. Read this on the track, in the booth I'm throwing tirades. Swaggin' working out, then I'm cutting cross 5 lanes. Get it in my face, doing too much just to seem emphatic. Rare Charizard, how the hollow make the scene graphic. Keep it grounded from you hounds, I do not need no static. I might go and grow another arm, try to wear 3 tatties.
Crime committing in the dead zone.
Yeah.
Kendo custom 9 sitting on my hip just like my cell phone. Keep my blood supply fresh. Battery, bathtub, typo negative set.
What? Crawling in the field, I feel like Solid Snake. Every day my birthday, cause every day I be chopping cake. Man, get my slack shit looking like it's a pocket snake. You fellas finna wrestle for crumbs and I just be copping steak.
Been having schizophrenic nightmares.
Hi, am I on the air?
Of dragging someone out of their room by their hair.
Yep.
You don't look scared, girl, you must not heard it.
Yeah.
Smoke in your face, more perverted than the turtle hurdle.
Thanks.
Bullets real like Child's Play 3. Bullets real like ain't nobody tell Brandon Lee. Designer jeans, long sleeve, free key. We shooting clips like IMDb. Yeah, 235 Houston Street, that's apartment 3. Where you bet I'll be if Fanny Buster wanna come scuff with me. Bitch, I'm with the motherfucking skullduggery. Coming out the boat with the cutlery in my dungarees. Oh shit, I got a screen, I didn't see that.
Yo, the PPS
That's a
is
banger.
just getting started. It's not even over yet, Brian.
How do you like it so far?
Disposing.
Welcome to the show. Lovely to have you with us here.
Welcome.
Poorly Played stream number 549. Back in the special guest mode. Oh, we got Slime, a.k.a. Slime to Garbage Man,
What's good, baby?
showing up big time. What's up, man? How you doing? It
know.
said text there for a sec. Ignore that. I don't know.
What?
There was a rogue signal, Brian. I don't know why. It said it flashed. Watch when I go to hit. Let me see.
Yeah.
Boom.
Oh,
Text.
oh,
Text.
what's good? Oh man.
How you doing?
Crazy. Oh, that's the thing you're talking. I'm doing good, man. I'm chilling. I'm
Glad
in
you
the
joining
studio.
us.
It's weird as fuck. This is so bizarre. I was waiting till I was on cam to say that, but it's just like a space you stare at like
Yeah.
every week for most of your adult life, and you just walk around, and it's been demystified. I no longer am enamored with it. I'll never watch it again. I don't need to.
Is it
I
bigger?
reached the Empyrean as a Mega 64 fan.
Okay.
I can dispose of it. I can move on to better things.
Is it like, because, I assume that this angle of the fisheye makes the room seem like large, but then when you get here, it's like, oh, this is like 4 feet.
Oh no, it looked cramped as shit to begin with. It looked like a tenement apartment. It looked like one of those videos like you rent this room in New York for $300.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll tell you what the weirdest part of this all is.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't watch frequently enough, but literally just seeing the opposite wall of you.
Right.
Like that literally is the fourth wall.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's tweaked, man. It's tweaked.
I guess you're right.
There is sometimes I will take a photo. Oh, that's what I forgot. I didn't take a photo in the tweet of all of us gents looking all fly.
Well, that's
No,
okay.
no, no.
Yeah, next
Why
time. We'll
would
do it
ya?
next time.
Oh, man.
But, yeah, a lot of people have commented on that, like, you never get to see that corner. So
Yeah.
I'm interested in seeing
That in this.
what's
is
behind
fucking-
there.
what's behind
This
here.
is bizarre.
Nudies,
This is
dude.
bizarre. I don't know if I even
Naked
want to like
nudes.
look at this.
Yeah.
This feels too real.
Oh, the
That's-
chat?
This is fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out DLS. I see my man. in
What's
there.
up,
What's up,
homie?
Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got your own chat. You've got your wheel. If you're so inclined to start playing the
wheel.
guitar.
What do you mean a wheel?
There's a wheel behind
Yeah,
you,
the wheel's
behind
you, yeah.
behind my
What is this?
championship.
What the fuck?
That's
Shuffle
the
wheel.
songs, storytelling,
That could be,
personal
you know, later if we want to possibly take some Discord calls.
Spin it.
Why is there
from-
cum denial on here?
Oh, cum denial?
You shouldn't have that.
No,
on
is
here.
that? Oh, is that like not allowed on TOS anymore? I thought there
No,
was a whole.
That's okay. Well, we won't do the wheel. That's fine.
We can't hot tub.
Um,
we can't hot tub stream, and now we can't deny.
No. I mean,
You're
it would
into
just take
semen
too
retention.
long.
He's into semen retention.
Do you do it really?
We're
Yeah.
no longer.
Did you ever
you
hear
gave
of,
up?
I get, yeah.
You
what
gave.
the fuck's his name? There's a guy who ran for the nut job like alt-right wing party in New Brunswick who claimed he could breathe through his nuts through semen
He could
retention.
breathe.
Literally,
makes
no,
sense.
for real.
That makes
Like
sense.
I don't need oxygen because I will
I don't know if it was a mix of both, but he was like, yeah, for real.
retain.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's like one of those like ancient esoteric like pieces of knowledge you
Dude.
get from it.
It
Probably.
could be real for all I know. I've never made it more than a week, so
No,
I
why would
wouldn't.
you?
No, I wouldn't. You got to get rid of
Yeah,
that stuff.
Bring the seed forth. You're better for it.
You got to get rid of that stuff. We are actually playing video games today. We got PS2's The Thing.
Wow.
We went traipsing through the library.
We were
That's what I
him
call.
and we were Han.
That's what I call the back room, Brian, is the
Oh,
library.
Okay.
Yeah, we were trying to get Parappa the Rapper to run, but
Yeah.
I don't have a legit
There was
copy.
talk of get on to Mike.
Yeah,
which
there
we
was-
thought might
what
have been
did
a
we-
little too appropriate.
There was Get On to Mike and a Def Jam game I have that's like
Oh.
it's
Yeah,
basically
yeah.
karaoke
We
rap.
played Get on the Mic before on the show. haven't
And
we?
I think we got demonetized to hell and blocked in like 8 countries.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck those 8 countries.
Yeah, but it's like, yeah, the UK can't see the PPS now. It's like,
Damn.
well, damn, we kind of have some people to watch over there. Shouts out
Man,
Stevie
You
B.
can't run
I'm getting horny
PIMP
now just
anymore.
thinking about it.
Why did I play that? I said, sorry, Stevie B. I didn't mean to play that one. I meant to play a different
Freudian
one. I
slip.
just,
Oh my
why it's not
God.
even? I didn't even look.
Uh-huh.
I just fling my hand. Worked fine those the times.
Yeah.
Okay, so don't look at my burned copy of Parappa the Rapper that I couldn't get running. Let's
You should
play.
have seen him try to fuck with sticking the card in the PlayStation. He was
Dude,
doing-
yeah,
Wow.
we busted out
the puppy still works.
the PlayStation Fat. Do you remember that, boy?
Oh.
And I couldn't get the game to load, but it loaded other games, and I thought, like, dude, my Fat is like done,
Your
completely.
original PS1?
Disc read error on the PS2, the Fat
Oh.
PS2.
Oh, okay.
Remember those that with the blue stand?
Oh yeah,
It's a
I never
fucking
had the blue stand. But
beautiful
that's
stand.
That's the PS2 I still have. I have a fat modded, hard
Yo,
modded.
and it still works. The
Oh, yeah.
laser's good.
Yeah, I used to run DVDs on it in my room after I got the CRT, but
Yeah.
the fucking fan on that shit is so loud.
Oh, yeah.
It's louder than my PC tower. It's
Barely
insane.
fucking listenable.
It-
I
it's-
forgot it had like that shit like
I'm going
to
easy.
support it. I forgot that thing had like something to support its own weight when it came out too, because he busted it out with them little blue
Yeah.
chunks. Like
They had those
The
little
blue,
chunks.
that blue chunk was the coolest looking stand ever.
It
Oh, yeah.
was. It was. And the best part is later on they said, actually, don't put your discs that way because remember the PS2 had an actual disc tray.
Yeah.
And sometimes it would spin and touch the disc tray. It wasn't
Yeah.
until the tray.
well, even when you loaded it in, sometimes if your shit was even a little crooked,
Yeah.
you're just asking for that shit to bend and
It would.
snap.
It had the little like lip to hold it, but it was always that kind of gamble of like slowing down. It might like warble and hit
Yeah,
the fucking side
dude.
and scratch your shit up. So I always put it on. I was laid down now, but
Oh no, a thing.
man, the tray had the fucking auto load, which is great. The little slide, the automatic slide.
You push it a little and it goes back in the
Yeah.
rest of the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were getting the slide card out and like manually ripping that fucker open.
It's so good.
But I was surprised it was working. I just couldn't get the.
I just never seen someone jimmy it like that. Like that was like that felt. I felt bad on the PlayStation's behalf
You're like
Jeez.
for you to just like crack into it.
you're
Like it was
sliding
like it was
in
ripping apart a lobster.
an illegal object. I have the thing here too. I just couldn't get it to work. But this is how I used to play my Japanese and my backups.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
put
yeah,
this
that's right.
this swap magic either CD-ROM or DVD-ROM in, and then here's the actual little slide
Oh.
card. And you would take this fucking thing, jam it into the side of the PlayStation's tray, and then like jimmy it up and down, and then the tray would like eject for you.
It felt like he was trying to like break into someone's office in a movie in the 70s.
I was,
just like jamming, like he's like sliding it.
I was trying to make my PS2 come.
There you go.
and I just couldn't figure it out. What's new?
Trying to hit that prostate.
What's new? I can never find it, Brian.
That works.
They say
so
it's a little-
quickly. It's prostate too.
They say it's a little grape-sized thing, but I
Yeah.
can't ever find it.
Well, you know, if you're trying to load those games and get the.
You gotta find the PS2's prostate. Yeah.
Oh god.
This game like started and it reminded me of Manhunt.
It does.
Just
yeah.
because it had that security cam footage and it's like that era graphics. I was like, oh fuck.
Is that? Oh no, that was my friend. Yo, Dram's in here too. Oh my god.
Shouts
Yo,
out.
The whole thought
Who do we got?
Discord is pouring in this bitch.
Tell
This
us
is great.
who's here.
Oh, for sure, that's Kevin. That's Kevin. Existence. If you are in Charlottetown,
love that
Prince Edward
movie.
Island, this coming April 14th, National Canadian Film Day at City Cinema, you can watch a screening of David Cronenberg's
Oh,
Existence.
it's so good.
Oh,
Whoa.
it's great. It's like if VR Chat had like a video drone mod.
It's a video. It's like one of the first video game movies. It's
Yeah.
not based on video
Yeah.
games.
I
That's
love
kinda cool.
it's so fucking sick that you can clearly tell David Cronenberg has never played a video game. like
Yeah,
watching
you're kind of
it.
right
Like,
about
he,
that.
He saw Spy Kids 3D and was like, "Well, this tracks."
I got
that makes
this.
sense.
I could do this.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Robert
yeah.
Rodriguez got it. I can do it.
Yeah, there's
Uh,
so much like in common with those two when you put them side by side. It's fucking no bullshit, man. It's weird.
That's okay.
We should say that Slime is from Canada. You've gave up the secret. A proud
Secret.
Yeah.
What was your first
northerner.
answer?
What was the first?
don't know.
It was about the time you. It was about the time you stepped into my truck at the train station. No, a proud Canadian though.
Oh yeah.
That we are welcoming into the California territories, Providence of California as it is today.
Is it a Providence?
Walker's also
Province.
Providence. Slime's also a big fan of film, so we're going to be going over the Oscars and the movies we've been chatting about. I had to break Brian and you out of the water cooler area.
Oh, yeah.
Literally,
yeah.
literally, the water cooler is where you were chatting about Oscar buzz.
Boys were chopping it up. I was getting comfortable. I never met this man a day in my life. I had to find the inn.
Yeah.
And now
Thank
I
you.
found it.
Because I was running late here, and it was like, oh shit, I'm like an hour behind.
Yeah.
Like I'm gonna set everything up, and I was just in here concentrating. So thank you.
Yeah.
Um,
Hour
Man.
behind like daylight savings time.
That's
I
my
love looking at
excuse.
this battle jacket so much.
That's
I'm
my
sorry to
excuse.
cut in, but I just keep
Please.
noticing like so much like Bridge 9 shit. Like,
There's
you
a
got
all
Strife
your
across the
base are
front.
belong to us patch that I
That-
made.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Like, set it over with, like, oh, God, crustpunks.com. I can tell that this was definitely
The
frequented.
straight
You got the
edge.
triple X. Also, yeah, fellow proud straight edge.
Yeah, yeah.
Gold star. Never had a drop in my life. To all the people out there, keep living clean. If you are not straight edge, we are better than you.
Hell yeah, Southern
Look
California.
in
style.
my eyes, what do you see? Nerdy signs on my TV.
Might
I've
as well
watched
go
too
for a
much.
soda.
We will talk wrestling too.
I'm so fucking happy.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sean
yo! Noel's
loves
in
wrestling.
here. Shout out Noel.
I am going to like jump into a game that I
Yeah.
believe we've streamed once on the PPS before, Brian. I don't remember
Before you
if
jump
you.
in, did you want?
were here.
Do I do the shirts now or?
Oh
do you want to do that later?
shit! What are you saying?
It's
You got shirts?
Yeah. Did I tell you about this?
Yeah, you did. I'm pretending like
No,
it's a
no, no.
surprise.
Okay, but I was riffing with you. You just fucked it.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's okay. It happens. It can happen to
All right.
us.
Cool.
I'm gonna
So,
refresh this camera.
This is great because I know Brian for real hasn't seen it.
Yeah, I don't
So-
know any. Apparently, there's a shirt coming to me. That's all I heard.
On a beautiful Comfort Colors blank from
Hell yeah.
Stay Golden.
Slime
Custom.
knows his screen prints.
Cool.
I've
So-
had many conversations, and you've sent me some shirts before.
Oh, yeah.
My Resident Evil adaptation, I love. Slime is also, you may know, the proprietor of the what is the official
I'm the
title of it?
progenitor of the people call it the first responder.
The first
and
responder team.
Every single file of it on my computer is just FF911.
So that's interesting. You shorthanded it that, but it
Yeah.
became the first responder
I mean,
team.
it don't matter. It's Swordman Funny Building on Big Cartel. But
Yeah.
It was.
That's a bit
That's the
shame.
dumbest idea I've ever had. That will be on my gravestone. That thing is like. It's,
It is
yeah.
skyrocketed.
Yeah, it's you might see something funny happen with that in the next little while. It'll definitely. Well, all we know is that it's a good shirt.
It
that
is.
will continue to create good shirts
I wore mine.
for a long time to be. You see if you can decode that.
Decode that, please.
Yeah.
I wore
Um,
mine like 3 weeks ago when we were playing Final Fantasy
Yeah.
7.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Or was that last week? I can't even remember. But anyway, So now you come bearing gifts.
So I come with
All
something
right.
that will put the first responder to shame.
Wow.
So talking about screen print, I will be fully transparent for all my plastisol heads out there. This is not screen printed. This is DTG. You will see the color difference.
Yeah, that's
So
key.
we got simple left chest, cursive, PPS,
The
Coca-Cola
PPS.
font.
Whoa.
Beautiful.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
nice. But then we have the piece de resistance on the back.
The Pimps and Players Society of America, baby. I
Oh,
fucking.
say, can you see the dog's early light, you dumb
Damn.
bitch?
That is a great.
He got the level 10
That
gyat.
is a.
That's really bad.
Thank you. Oh my god.
You printed the gyat on the shirt,
Oh
my
my
man. You
God.
insane.
It's got a fucking look. It's got a bald eagle with a pimp hat on.
Thank
dude.
you. Oh,
yeah,
This is
you know,
fucking
you know.
great.
So we just launched our first official PPS merch, which we'll get to. It's still on sale.
Oh,
But I
fuck.
think now, I mean, this is
great.
We can
this
talk it out. We
is-
can talk it out.
This is bespoke.
Oh,
When you
man.
talk about custom one of a kinds, Brian, you and I have the
What can I say?
only
Let's
two.
just say.
Are there? Did you make one for yourself, or are these the only two in existence?
No, I'm not a member.
You're not a member of the Pimps and
Yeah.
Players Society, otherwise known as
America.
the PPS.
No, I, the northern chapter. The northern chapter.
Oh man, this.
Oh fuck.
I'm gonna tell you
Hell
what.
yeah, dude.
This
Hell
fucking
yeah.
stream got a lot cooler.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, it fucking did. Yeah, buddy, as Tony Schiavone always says.
Yeah, buddy. Oh, I know that, brother.
Oh, fuck, that's cool, man. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
no worries,
thanks,
man.
man.
That's sick. Look at that. Look at that.
Okay.
Look at that. I'm wearing that tomorrow night for KLBR late night.
Pimps Players.
These are-
So fucking good.
Oh,
drawer here for
wasn't
now.
there a? Remember there was like a ball that they used to air, like the pimpin'. Remember Pimpin' Ho parties were like a thing high schoolers were doing.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Oh
No,
fuck.
this is
was a
American
California.
sin. Of
Yeah.
course, it's California.
This is a California thing. Like in the '90s, there were just straight up like
We're hanging out. and selling
white
women.
suburban kids having Pimpin' Ho parties, where it's like, yeah, dress as a pimpin'. All the
pimp
ladies
and
dress in
hoe.
hoes. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I heard that as
Right.
pimping hoes.
I
Like
remember
that's
that.
just that's really illicit. I don't think teenagers should be doing that.
But then I think they made like I think they made a reality television show out of it.
That's
Go
probably
figure.
foul. Of
Go
course,
figure.
that can only be produced in Los Angeles. The Bowl of Sin.
It is. It's pretty bad. I'm glad you came down to San Diego and got the hell out of there
Oh yeah.
faster than you landed. It's 40 degrees below zero in the Arctic, and so whenever you are outside, you will suffer from the cold exposure meter, blue, at the bottom of the screen. Show you how much time you have until temperature begin to actually harm you and take away your health. Okay.
It's like Dead Space or no?
Objectives.
Lost Planet.
As you play the game, you'll be given objectives. These appear in the top left-hand corner of the screen and are color-coded. Green text shows you an objective is still active. This is something I rarely do, is read the instructions so I know how to play. We kind of booted this up, and then I just kind of like opened fire on my mates here. Whoa, first person.
Yeah.
What about you? Are
Really
you a
affected
thing?
their trust.
Oh, it's fucking
I'm
inverted.
not gonna tell you, man.
You might be able to switch.
Look, are you a thing?
Now, the premise of
This guy's got no shaders on him.
You gave me the soft pitch on this earlier, but this is a direct sequel to this follows immediately after the events of the thing.
From what I remember,
Your cleanup
it's
crew.
it's
Okay.
like the John McCready movie has happened. They've burned up the outpost. This is like what's left. Like
this is fucking
this is probably where they burned one of the bodies.
something about that. Because obviously they had to come up with something to make a game about, but something about that offsets me because that's like, it feels like it kind of pisses on the end of the thing. You know what I mean? Because like the whole allure of that was like you don't have a concrete answer.
It can't get out. It didn't get out. Like no one came. But this really does answer it. Like, yeah, people came and it got out and it
Yeah.
spreads.
Well, I suppose they need something to like make
Yeah.
the game about.
Yeah. I mean,
They were doing that back during this time too, making movie
Sequels.
as
Well,
video games.
Yeah, well, I was telling me and Garrett were talking about this earlier. Are you aware of the Reservoir Dogs game?
Yes.
Yeah, he had never not on his fucking radar.
yeah, I did not know about a Reservoir Dogs game.
I mean, it's not good.
Oh, I mean, rarely were they, but like,
Yeah.
I mean, save for like the Warriors, you had the odd exception.
Yeah.
We
yeah, it
almost-
was lousy with them, and most of them were GTA.
We almost brought in the Sopranos Road to Ruin.
That one's a good one, surprisingly.
I've just played it so recently. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's good. You think that's good?
I mean, it's not.
It's funny.
It's not like good by today's
Like
standards.
relative terms, like
yeah,
a service.
but
Yeah.
it wasn't like it wasn't shovelware. You know, it was actually a developed game that they put effort into, and they had the cast actually voice all the characters, which is the other part of it. It was like a different game on its own, and then they kind of shoehorned in this whole Sopranos element to it. But
Yeah. This
again, it's not like dog shit, but you know, then you had like the Scarface game where like Tony doesn't actually die at the end.
it actually
Yeah, they gotta beat
changes.
it out.
Oh yeah, or the Godfather games.
Oh,
Must be
man.
cold in
Those
here.
were actually fun.
Well, I think it's the same company. Yeah, that's ringing a bell now. So the same company that developed those, they, for a while, were doing a Taxi Driver
Ooh.
as a GTA clone. And it got about 90% of the way through development before, like, Marty found out about it and, like, called them specifically to be like, I don't own the copyright. You can do what you want, but just know, like, if you go through with this and put it out, I will ensure that you never work again.
Really?
And they, like, I'm shocked. Like, they had the reverence to be like, all right, cool, director's wishes, we're pulling the plug.
Wow.
That's crazy.
But it's just,
yeah.
I mean, that could have existed. It's crazy.
Man, that instead we got the B movie game.
What else could you possibly want?
The B movie.
You know. Oh
No.
my God. So in the B movie game, do you fuck the girl or not?
I don't know. I haven't played
he's
it
trying to
yet.
fuck the
If you've
girl
ever
in the-
played Mr. Mosquito, there's an entire
Oh, I have that.
level that's just that.
Okay.
You're just hitting walls, you're tickling. It's a blast.
I love to tickle. I'm afraid to like press a button because last time, I just shoot with X.
Yeah.
What is
What?
this icon?
This looks like siphon filter.
I thought that was paper towel. What
Yeah,
is
I'm by a
this?
trash can and it looks like there's a paper
It
towel.
does look like paper towels.
I think it's a shotgun
You gotta
shell
wipe up the mess the thing made.
with
If
brawny.
the thing is anything, it's fucking messy.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
it's-
told one of my guys to stay here. Maybe I should tell them all, like, yo, stay here.
Oh, you can command that, so it's a Pikmin situation.
Stay
Oh,
warm.
Okay.
Okay.
North
so,
is staying here.
This actually reminds me of something that has nothing to do with this game, but a never pay full price strategy that's about to pay off for everybody, including myself. Last year they released that Midnight Suns Marvel game that was like this, SOCOM sort of strat-based RPG.
Yeah, that was, I heard, pretty fun.
And I heard the same thing. And now next week for this month of free games on PS Plus, it's included as part
that's
of
cool.
the catalog. And I'm only bringing this up because one of the biggest things that I always tell people is there are games like that that'll come out that I'm like, man, this actually looks like it's a cool game. It's gotten good reviews. But you know what? I don't think I want to spend any money on this game.
Yeah, I'm with
gonna
you.
Wait. I'm gonna wait until it's like $20 or less, and
Oh, I
then,
get
then,
strafe.
then I'm gonna jump on it. And I've been doing that since it came out, and hoping it comes to PS Plus, and it just got announced today.
That's
It's
fucking
been like
awesome.
4 games now that I've been wanting to play. That I
All
was
of a
like-
sudden just dropped.
Yeah, that like it was Evil West a couple months ago, which I played like 50% of that game. I'm like, okay, cool, glad I didn't spend money on this.
Yeah, I didn't.
Same
That
thing-
was off my radar.
Right, like there's just a bunch of games
Oh,
that I always
Basic
want to
Junction.
check out that are made by kind of like AA studios.
Yeah.
That I will support if I like it. I'll buy the DLC and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
but man, it's so nice that like games are actually coming to these like paid premium services that are games that I wanted to play but just never got to.
Bring that back a second. What is Evil West? That's a sick title.
Evil
that
West
just like immediately paints in my head like it's Western Evil Dead.
So it's
Right.
Western like vampire hunting shit.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like a stand-in for Van Helsing. You're a whole family.
Yeah.
And it's the steampunk western
Yeah.
type of like. It is ridiculous. It's a PS3 game through and through. It's super fun, but I didn't give 2 fucks about the story. So for me, I'm like, okay, I can do that. I did it on stream, which was great because that's a perfect place to do it. Kill time, fun enemies, really cool kind of like combat that was like, again, that reminiscent of
Whoa,
PS3
what the fuck?
360 combat.
You're medic.
I just exploded when I walked next to the computer. They're
Wow.
like, don't go online, guys.
Yeah.
It was good, but it was. It's also like it was great to be a PS Plus game because I didn't have to.
Well, I mean,
because
because it's like a curio that you want to just like check out, run around for a little
Yeah.
bit. You know what? It's funny. Maybe this is just how my brain is working right now because we have John Carpenter's The Thing. That screams vampires to me, like the James Woods movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What's that one called?
It literally
Vampires.
vampires.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
I've got the poster hanging above my bed just because it was the cheapest thing I could find from the poster seller. I was like, I want a John Carpenter original print, just like theater.
Yeah.
And of course, like bottom rung's what you get. I'm just lucky I didn't get the ward, but beggars cannot be choosers.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, I gotta figure out how to pick up a fucking item. There's a gun sitting here.
What is the objective right now?
Well,
Just,
right
like,
now
explore?
it has not given me an objective.
What
It's
the
just
fuck?
like teaching you like go to open a junction box. But how in the fuck do you pick stuff up?
You got like here, Craig, throw me the case. You got the manual in there. I'll just read it.
Oh
Hell
fuck!
yeah,
I
dude.
didn't even think about that. God, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm living in a time where like manuals aren't a thing. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's for people that don't know what they're doing.
You're right. That's me, 100%.
I love
What's that?
I love the old school days of having a manual to flip through before you jump in. Like,
Retrieve evidence, rescue any survivors,
Yeah.
keep the team alive. Okay.
I don't say nothing about pressing buttons. Oh.
Yeah, like pick up this fucking item. Like, hello. Wait, I think I did. I think it was circle.
Makes sense. It's either that or square.
And this must be an
Triangle.
unlimited ammo box.
Looks like it.
Let me see. Do all my guys have shit?
L1 just cycles.
Whoa, what's that? Is he healing me? Oh, my medic. Thank you. L1 is like a wheel of
Oh,
my
yeah, yeah, yeah.
items.
That's so funny. It doesn't
R2
tell
and
you.
L2
Right.
strafe. That's so weird.
Oh, this is old school game
Yeah,
shit.
why am I strafing around the room?
Oh my god, they didn't dual analog the fucking-
Oops! Shit! I just shot my medic.
Good.
Okay, so green is, I don't know if they're following already. Let me tell everyone, he's got a, okay, let me give this dude a handgun. Bro, take my handgun I just got. All right, so you got to outfit your dudes. Oh, how do I only have ammo in the slot? We'll give him the fucking,
Dramatically red says you will never need first person.
yeah, I don't think I've ever done that in this game, right?
Oh, man. The guy in this game has fucked postures. It says Golly Pond.
Like he fucks a lot?
No, like it's the
Yeah.
worst.
He's got fucking posture. Terminal fucking posture.
I thought I was the only one with that.
You and me both,
happens
brother.
to the best of us.
Eager
Fuck.
Beaver, dude.
Fuck!
Eager Beaver.
I thought it was gonna be so funny and clever.
So he's selecting stay. This fool. What the fuck? Oh, he likes that I gave him a gun. Well, pick up the ammo, dude. Come in here.
Tell him to pull the slide on it.
This is not feeling like the thing. It's feeling more like Fallout with way too many companions. This is like babysitting. It's like Oddworld babysitting.
Stay. Sit. Take weapon and ammo.
Boring Pikmin.
Did this have any functionality with the microphone?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
Oh,
I
there
remember-
I give him the ammo.
I remember that was the thing about like SOCOM. I really wanted SOCOM on PS2 because I wanted to be like, go to the left.
Could you like
My
command
dad
the
was into
company?
that.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Like, cause it was, you know, like a tactic ops game like this, or not like this, but this
Yeah.
looks like that to me. But yeah, you could command your team that way. Same thing with binary domain, but I didn't do it in binary domain.
Fuck, there'd be so many people who like fantasize, like that got like rejected from the military that would just be like, yes,
Yeah.
finally, they'll listen.
Yeah, when that PS2 headset came out with SOCOM, my dad all of a sudden was like,
Oh.
I think I'm interested in video games again.
Primed for that. It's
Let's
primed
get
for
that running. Because he played like Punch-Out and like Duck Hunt, but
Yeah.
but then like nothing for
He's playing
years
the dude games. He's
until
like,
I got
I'm
him
trying
a
to hit,
PS2.
I'm
Yeah.
trying to shoot.
Definitely.
Gotta play some Duck Hunt. Oh, it's fucking cold out here, boys.
Is that where you were? Or is that a different part?
That's
of,
where
like-
no, this is where I came in.
All right.
Oh my god.
It just that when I came out here, the lights went off.
Press F for flashlight.
F. Okay. Oh wait, that's what these flares are.
Oh,
That's a flare.
That's a flare.
I think it's a flare.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I
I
thought
think
that was a pog holder.
Woo!
You know what's weird? And this has nothing to do with anything but pog holders. Pog holders just look like the canisters that weed comes in. And
Well,
like, nobody
but-
fucking talks about that.
Well, no, everyone talked about it when it first happened because it's.
But like today.
But today, no, because that was like 10 years ago in California.
Yeah.
And now I don't even think it comes like that. But yeah, when 10 years ago weed became legal here, yeah, it came in fucking pod containers.
Now the thing I wonder
Which
is
as kids, that was like the most sought after item. Like you would be like,
you would
oh, fuck.
love to have one of those like 16-inch pog
Oh, a
holders,
long
right?
boy? Fuck yeah, bro.
So now I'm wondering, I'm like, did they put a whole fucking ounce or a pound in that giant ass like thing?
Stuff it in,
Or-
I don't know.
So now really what I think of, I'm being crass with the other stuff, but what I really thought of
We're
is
getting cold.
what came first? You know, did they realize that nobody was buying pogs anymore, so they just like redirected it.
It took me so long
Yeah.
to suss out what the fuck you were talking.
Pogs.
I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Milk caps.
Like, these are pog holders, if you were going to ask me.
Which one?
Oh, your hands?
No, but what the fuck was I going to say? That's interesting. You have,
PAWG.
Oh.
I'm the thinking man's guest.
Yeah.
Let
No, these things.
me see. Oh shit! Yeah.
That
Yeah,
should-
looks medicinal.
That just looks like the things that people leave on the floor when you're at the concert. Like,
Yeah.
True.
you know, I've seen them at every fucking Iron Maiden show I've ever been to, and like I'm like, it
Oh,
straight up is the same canister.
Uh-oh,
and,
we're hurting.
And I feel like, yeah, okay, people talked about it when it first came out, but like no one talks about it anymore.
I think it's like not universally known as a pod case anymore. It's now universally known as.
You know what's funny? The minute I saw that,
weed
what
storage.
I associated it with was you guys ever do geocaching or like?
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't.
Anytime I've ever been doing that, like where they leave the little trinket or whatever the fuck you're supposed to like put the note in, has always been one of those in black, like looped around a tree. I don't know. Maybe that's just unique to where I am. Maybe there's one psycho that was like running the ring of it.
I think that like there's a dye for that plastic mold in
Yeah.
China.
Right.
There's probably thousands of that dye. And then when everyone went like, holy shit, weed's legal, like, yeah, they just started ordering all that shit off Alibaba.
Right.
Pokemon, Pokemon case, pod case.
I just wonder how it became how that like transition happened. You know, who sat down and went, hey, you know where I stored this when I was a kid? Because it probably had to be something like that. Somebody probably used to store their
Airtight.
shit.
Easy dot connect, like,
Right?
Well, I mean, that's probably you know what? Like, riff aside, you're probably honest.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Everyone, when we were kids, we were only playing with Pogs. But our uncle was going, hey, that's a good
Bit of
way
a
to
different
hide my
use.
grass.
Right?
You're absolutely onto something, Brian.
I want to know, like, I guess for me, it's like I want to know when it happened. Who made the
Who
transition?
started it?
Why? Who was the fucking genius? 'Cause
Who-
that was.
I bet you could
smart.
trace it. Like, what was the first? It was probably like L.A.
Yeah,
Like, what was the first medicinal?
it would have to be California, right? We were
Yeah,
were
I mean,
the
as far as
first
the states are concerned, yeah.
medicinally. We weren't
Yeah.
the first wreck. I think the first wreck was either Massachusetts.
It was Colorado, wasn't
Was
it?
it Col-
I
yeah,
remember
it was
that being
Col-
like huge news.
It was Colorado and
Yeah.
Massachusetts, or was it Colorado first, then Massachusetts did it the next time?
Hey, we got a hint. The key to this door is hidden underground.
Okay, cool. So we go. All right, awesome. Now we find underground. That's
Yeah.
great.
Well, I remember in the movie, if we follow those lights, we'll go out to that little shack that they put Wilford Brimley in. Remember good old Wilford Brimley turning into a thing and building a spaceship
It
of
was
his own?
better. They should have let him inside.
Yeah,
They should've.
He said so.
he did.
He wouldn't lie.
They fucked up.
Um,
Fuck up.
Oh man.
You know.
That was cool that he built an entire that part of the movie really does have you suspend your disbelief. You're like, wait. Wilford Brimley like used like aircraft part, like helicopter parts, and made a new spaceship underground.
Oh yeah.
He was
Well,
trying to get
like,
home.
Was he the? I don't know. So, what I love most about the thing is that like until someone starts spazzing and thinking out,
You don't
it's
know.
like, you don't know, but a lot of the actions are plausible based on like the tension of the situation
Yes.
or what they might like, how their paranoia might affect them.
Yeah.
What I'm wondering, because everyone had a role, and they're not expressly stated, but I wonder if like. Well, I mean, obviously, he's building a fucking spaceship. I just realized my point is about to be so dog-brain dumb. It's like,
halfway
well,
through.
if he was an engineer, it's
Yeah.
totally reasonable he would be building shit. out
Well,
of
I
a
would say it's
helicopter
totally reasonable
that
in the
isn't a
sense
helicopter.
he's an
Right.
alien.
Yeah, well, exactly.
He's
That's
like
totally
not a
plausible.
human anymore, and he's like, who knows what advanced
Yeah.
uh,
He's trying to work back.
abilities this dude has.
That's the best thing about.
And it would be underground here, I
about
think.
it being
Oh,
a
okay.
Oh,
okay,
fuck,
camera angle change.
we got
That's
Resident Evil
definitely
camera.
important.
Whoa, I'm stuck.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
can
no,
you,
head
can
back.
you blow it
Yo,
up?
what?
Resident
Hey,
Evil camera
There's got to be
angles.
something you can expect here. There's no. Try
There-
wrapping the corner.
It looks like a fan.
Can you blow it up?
I don't have
Okay,
anything
you
to
can't
blow it
blow
up
it.
with.
Why are they doing that? Maybe it's just to like. No, they're doing the Resident Evil thing where you have to come back here later.
Maybe.
They're trying to like make it stand out in your brain.
This is
Oh, no,
where.
is that underground? Yeah, that's underground.
There you go.
Yeah, this is it.
That's the big tiny.
I'm hearing some shit.
This is it. The lights led us.
No, it's nice because like it's a reverse on the who done it, right? It's who is it?
Oh.
You know that made this
Keeps doing it.
that's being turned into the fucking alien, and I love that it ends up being more than one of the characters.
Oh
you know?
yeah, that's
Oh,
the
yeah.
best. Is like, It's so funny, too, to think of, like, this is a fucking adaptation of a black and white, horrible, like, Frankenstein-esque
No.
monster.
Let me stop you right there.
Do you like
Not
it?
a fucking chance. Bro, the thing from another world, you're pissing on Howard Hawks.
I know,
when you
but
aren't
it's
doing
so
anything.
hard to watch in, like,
No.
modern day.
First of all, this is gonna be the beginning of me using this as an opportunity to just spout shit about Carpenter and the Thing.
I told you he's a film buff, ladies and
No,
gentlemen.
so that what's great about the Thing is that it's originally the Thing from Another World was originally adapted from a short story called Who Goes There, which is great because the
Wow.
Thing, like the 82, more faithfully adapts that than like admittedly Howard Hawks, Frankensteinian vegetable toddling around.
He's just like,
But it's like-
on fire. It's cool they lit a dude on fire in the 30s. Like, that
Yeah,
was a
yeah.
cool scene.
Wow.
But no, much more closely follows that, which is hilarious that like we got so much Thing media, and if I remember correctly, Carpenter said or hinted at a panel that he had finished wrap on what he called The Thing 2, which a lot of people theorize. So there was a sci-fi channel sequel series, that like a mini series that was planned that got canned.
Oh,
The
okay.
scripts are out there; you can read it. It's a lot of fun.
But it was written by Carpenter?
This was, I think, a few episodes directed, and it like
Wow.
he oversaw.
Okay.
He's being
produced.
Tight-lipped enough about it that like we don't know everything, but he's peeping out.
Yeah.
But what I was gonna say is that at the end of, I'm wrapping back around to this. I'm getting too masturbatory.
No, we're tangents. We're on tangents here.
No, this is what I was saying. So, what sort of begat, and this is a theory, but what begat the 2011 like requel thing?
Yeah, requel.
Was
That
there
was
this fan fiction short story that circulated hard as shit online, which was a retelling of the Thing, but from the perspective of the Thing.
Oh. Okay.
Which was all just internal monologue.
Interesting.
It was like the first, outside of like written printed fiction, like short story I had read, which again just fan fiction, but it was a neat idea.
Huh.
And I remember that like caught traction, and
and then we got that 2011
Yeah.
movie, which I didn't hate.
I didn't
And
hate
I
it
remember going into it, I was seeing stuff like, hey, we're doing practical effects with this, guys. We're doing it like Carpenter. We're doing the practical shit. So I was like all jazzed. I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. And then I see it in the theater. For sure, I saw that like in theaters. It wasn't like just on home video.
Right.
And was so disappointed, like, what? And then I read or saw in other interviews, it was like, yeah, we mixed real practical effects with CG. And it's like, well, you can't fucking tell because all I see is the CG over top of all
really?
your practical. They probably have beautiful practical effects. And then
they
I think the
did.
studio went in and like, let's spice them up. And the CG
Well, because they
over
looked at
everything.
it and they were like, "This is old. No one wants to watch
It's
something
supposed
old."
to look old. It's supposed to look like 1982's. Yeah.
I did like the movie though.
I did too.
Perfectly
I don't think
serviceable. That's my take.
it
is
didn't
like,
fuck up the
fine,
plot.
Fine movie.
Yeah, the story kind of made sense.
Yeah.
It didn't fuck up the plot. I will give this game cred for that as well. This game doesn't really fuck up the story, and like this little hint that I'm about to listen to, it gave me the chills when I played this for the first time because you're finding McCready's audio diary, and they play the audio here from the fucking end of the movie. This Kurt Russell Terrier. Actually, no, it's not.
No, this is someone doing a fair impression.
I fucking thought when I was a kid that this
No,
was really
it
Kurt
borders
Russell.
on his Eastwood, and I don't think this dialogue is in the movie of him being like, "By the way, press circle to get the gun."
That's funny. Craig Monster says it was the studio call. They made the whole movie with practical effects, and the studio said they needed to cover it up with CG.
That's what I had heard,
That's
and,
what I
and we
heard,
got an
dog shit.
abomination.
I would love to see a director's version of it.
Oh yeah, like a previs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck
Well, there's
yeah.
lots of that. I don't want to derail, but on YouTube there is like a ton of because they like went through like the studio tour when they were like doing like molding them and shit. It's great.
Right. That's cool. I don't know. I always prefer practical effects, anyways. Like.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, we're old, 80s horror buffs.
I mean, but it does look better, and anybody who sees it agrees. Like, I've been running Tales from the Crypt on KLBR TV.
Yeah.
And, like,
Fuck,
anytime I tune in, I'm like, the Crypt Keeper. I mean, I don't look at it and go, this looks like a fucking
A puppet. It's just like, look at this awesome, creepy.
It's a weird little guy.
Guy.
I mean, again, and like nobody can deny that the animatronics at Disneyland are believable enough that you suspend your reality to,
Man,
you know.
that's a whole other thread.
Yeah.
I mean, again, like that great moments with Mr. Lincoln has some of the best animatronics I've ever fucking seen.
Dude, I remember when me and
this
my
where the
girlfriend
key
saw
is?
that for the first time, and like the Pirates of the Caribbean stuff too. Frankly, like we were
Yeah.
prepared to just be mildly impressed.
Yeah.
Be like, yeah, this is cute. It like that thing turned and like looked generally in our direction.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that. Oh, hey, okay, cool. Like
Yeah.
he's looking at me through me. It's so fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
And I remember like just something about the uncanny valley of one of those things maybe looking at you
Yeah.
is
Freaky.
It makes it like so much of the work is done just by your id. It's
Yeah,
it's
of
not-
course. Right, and that's kind of the coolest thing about all of that is that if you get it right enough, people will get it.
Yeah.
And that's why I think again practical effects are so. I mean, they're cumbersome, but they're worth the effort.
Oh, big time.
If you can get it practical, do it practical. That's why Nolan movies always look cool because it doesn't feel like.
Yeah. He really blew up that bomb.
Yeah, I mean, like
did.
I still
And he
haven't
won an
seen
award
it, but
for it.
like, fuck, of course he did. I mean, he made it look like a fucking atomic bomb.
Yeah.
So you know, again, like the why is just to see if we can do it. Why the fuck do we fly to the moon? See if we can do it. Well, probably also.
Well,
'Cause
did we?
alone-
Did we really
no,
though?
Of course we did.
Yeah.
Because we were trying to
I
figure
don't know,
out.
man.
the
I've been listening to
jet
the Joe
propulsion
Rogan
systems.
experience.
That's all. We were trying to figure out jet propulsion systems for rockets so that we could nuke people if we wanted.
We had to beat the Russians first of all. Yeah.
That was it.
It's so much funny that entire thing was like propelled by like a pissing contest.
Oh
That was
God,
it.
But we
yeah.
gotta do it first because what if they blow us up? What if?
Well, world domination, baby.
Look
Yeah.
where we
Well,
are
if we
now.
can fly to the moon, then we can fly a rocket into Moscow, I guess.
It's the game of risk.
Man.
So I found a fire extinguisher down there, and I found like ammo and shit, but I did not find a key.
I didn't see no fire.
What?
Probably- He said he's numb or something.
I gotta get out of this snow. Shh, quit your belly aching. Oh fuck, where did it
Wait,
go?
did you lose a guy
Wait.
or did you make him stay?
That's what he said, guys.
what?
I think he said we lost Johnson in the snow or something.
You can,
There he
okay,
is.
No,
Oh,
okay.
fuck.
Your boy's back.
Wait, is he a thing though?
Oh no, okay, yeah, because he was unaccounted for. Can
He
you
was-
grill people in this?
he
Can you
was-
do full Among
He
Us?
was fucking gone for
yeah,
a while.
Can you Full Metal Jacket this guy?
Yeah, let me see. I can. Should I though? Are you a thing?
Pile, you little piece of shit.
You look like you could suck a golf ball through a garden hose. All right, let's get back inside. Oh shit, I'm just firing blindly.
There ain't nothing to shoot at.
Dude.
What an empty game.
What are you, a cop?
Jesus Christ.
These are the days where, like, yeah, the first 4 hours of a game didn't have to necessarily have action in it to grip you.
This game probably takes 4 hours.
They got your money worth.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah.
where I forget as
AAA would never open with a boring fucking opening like this.
Well, no, and this is certainly not that. But I mean,
Well, at
just
the
how
in
barren
its
these
day and
games were.
age.
You know, like just back in the day, just how nothing.
Yeah,
all of
really?
These games were always deserted, and now games always have like civilians and NPCs in them. If it wasn't like a character that helped you with the
Oops.
story, they weren't there. Like, think back to all the Resident Evils. There's nobody else in the house. There's nobody else in the lab.
Yeah, they didn't have to. It was the fear of loneliness or
Yeah,
like
Well, that
isolation.
works perfectly for
It
that.
was
Imagine
resource
that game
management.
if they did populate it with just like, hey, how you doing?
There's
And,
people
like,
in Silent Hill like foggy day, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, right. Like, but that's what I loved about those era of games, and it's one of my favorite things that you can do with games is use your limitation as a gameplay element.
Yeah,
right?
it services it thematically. Like you
Yeah.
work within the bounds of it.
I mean, look at Silent Hill 1. They couldn't render more than 15 feet in front of the character, so they threw fog, you
Yeah.
know? And then it created an ambiance that...
Terrifier 2,
Fucking-
IMO had great. Sorry.
Oh yeah, Terrifier 2.
Terrifier
Fuck that
2.
movie. Damien
I need to
Leone
see
should
those.
be
I-
scrubbing the toilets at McDonald's.
Hey, here we finally like people have been fucking hounding me to watch that, and we got a 4K version of it on tour, and we watched it in the tour bus, and it was like okay.
Okay.
What'd you take
Um,
away from that? What'd you get out of that?
I mean, I only knew like, hey, here's a guy who's obsessed with practical makeup effects. Look at his kills, and I analyzed it from basically like, here's a good kill, there's a good kill. Jesus Christ, the kill in the girl's like pink frilly bedroom where he completely fucking skins her and then shows her
Wow, isn't that cool?
to
Isn't
his
that
mom,
so
to
cool
her
that a guy
mom,
did that?
Wow.
and then
Wow.
pours bleach and salt on her. It's just like,
Whoa, it's brutal.
yeah, I was like, I'm getting
Suck me off.
Serbian film vibes with this. Guy's a little pretentious here.
Well, it's not. It's the opposite of pretentious. It's just
Too
Okay,
much?
I will limit this. But I have to
No,
tell
I love
you,
it. That's what we're here for.
Damien Leone is the symptom of what is wrong with horror right now as far
Dude,
as like, independent production goes.
There's no story in the first
No.
movie, and there's barely a story in the second
There's
one.
this weird obsession with a lot of independent filmmakers now that like I get the Damien Leone thing because like he came from practical effects. That's what he focuses on. Great.
Right.
Don't let him anywhere near a word processor. Don't let him behind the camera.
Yeah,
Let
why
him
is
play
he
with his
directing?
fucking mold. I don't fucking know. Like, that's what I mean. Stay in your lane because when you do that, like, I'm tired of watching what is ostensibly like a 2.5 hour portfolio reel and hearing raves about it. Like, there's this weird obsession with like, I want to make like these directors like Joe Begas is one of them where like you get this idea in your head of like what was cool to you when you were a kid, what you watch incessantly, the only thing you watch.
Yeah.
And you get in your head, like this is what's scary. And it was what's scary in like 1986. When you do it now, it's laughable at best if you do it well. And it's just like, I have no idea why people want to continue to just rehash and remake and regurgitate and remix these things ad nauseum, and it goes to Shudder, and it's hot for a month, and then no one sees it. Like, it's just, I don't know why these movies and these directors keep getting these flowers for just doing the thing that we all like and scratching the itch. Like, when was the last time a decapitation was scary to you?
Yeah, right.
Hereditary.
Right.
That's the fucking
Hereditary.
answer.
You're absolutely
Everyone
right, Brian.
has.
Yeah.
Everyone has.
Yeah.
Because Ari Aster's not concerned with being like, yeah, I want to make it like when Jason Voorhees like put someone's head in the frickin' trash can.
Yeah.
Because that was a gag then.
Yeah.
Ari lets you deal with like, this is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Now it's visceral, it's real, like
Yeah.
Ari was smart. It's like, hey, I'm just going to show the aftermath. Hey, easy to set up the special effect with that, too. And here's just brutalist nature. Because all that shot is like ants. You're just fucking terrified of the decapitation. Not really from the decapitation. Like, that happens and you feel for the son.
Yep.
But then you're just like, oh, ants. All I can think about is ants.
And that paired, because if I remember the movie correctly, they intercut that with the mother finding the
Screaming.
body.
Yeah, it cuts to that.
Could you imagine anything more good?
Yeah, a headless body in the car.
You are so
God, it was so good.
People like cinema goers are so desensitized to all of this shit now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you're
Especially
not a
horror
forward-thinking
buffs.
filmmaker that like doesn't want like what legitimately makes me uncomfortable, then you're not. You don't be concerned with like that looks fucking sick. That's so cool because that's not. It's not doing the job of a horror movie. Anyway, that's my
Well, I mean, you know what? Another great one.
Hey.
Actually, somebody mentioned in the chat that I did want to bring up. Ranty Rose brought up the Barbarian.
Yeah,
which
I like
kind of
that.
has a decapitation. It's more of a
Do you like that?
like squishing of a head, like crushing of a skull.
God, I love that.
But like, man, that wasn't what was horrifying of the movie. It was
The
that
fucking costume.
it was everything. It was just you didn't know what was going on. You assumed. I love a movie that plays on your expectation of like, so what's going on here? Is there something more nefarious going on? Is there something like bigger? And it's like, no, this is all just a happenstance.
The best like act break in any movie I've ever.
Such a good act break.
When I tell you that like everyone in my theater like screamed, that cocksucker got his head bashed in, hard cut to like Justin Long cruising, it's like, what's up, man?
He's such a dickhead in that
Whiplash,
movie.
man.
And
It's
then the
perfect, it's
fucking
perfect.
slow descent from there, and then finding out that this guy really is a fucking piece of shit, and all like,
Yeah.
it was such a it was such a good movie. I still can't believe that Zach Kreger, the guy who wrote skits for Whitest Kids,
Right?
is the guy. I mean, I can because
That's crazy.
all
Oh,
you
look.
gotta take to make. Whoa!
Oh,
That's his ship.
oh.
There's Brimley's spaceship.
There you go. Fly it out of here.
I'm shocked that you just find this. Like, if this game, it's adapted from a movie, why is there no narrative, like, why can you just get this?
Yeah.
man?
There's
There should be a
probably
Also,
something
look, there's
later
like
on.
no components. It's like,
Yeah.
what he made like a shell. He was like so far from finishing this.
You guys are just like kind of weird.
Look
Yeah.
at that. Look at how big it is on the
Where's
table.
that
Art
key?
project.
Look at how big
Oh,
it
that's
is.
the key.
Look at the table.
How long you been playing this and you just found the key?
Yeah, we walked past
God.
this cave like
oh,
a
I mean that's not uncommon here.
burp,
Yeah.
burp. Yeah, this is the poorly played stream.
Did you
After
pick up the
all,
key?
I did get the
Okay,
key. I'm going to call my men. I gotta go get them. I didn't want them to freeze.
And I found the key.
What if I get back and they're all things though?
I mean, my guess is they will. all
Who
be
knows
things.
what happened?
Yeah.
Who
You
knows?
got to kill your crew.
Hate when my homies are thinged up.
Yeah, when my homies get
Sad.
thinged, it's the worst, dude. It is sad day. Sad day. My
Sad
homies
day.
got thinged.
You got to kill my friends. Sad day.
I stay bricked up. My homie's got thinged up.
Are you freestyling? It sounds like you're on the tip of it.
Yeah. I sent. No, I'm gonna stop.
Can't risk it. He's got too much. He's got to rip.
Bro,
He's got to play.
that-
He can't handle the third. He can't handle the rap.
There's a freestyle section on the
For
wheel,
real?
and it's like the bane of my existence. Like, all right, I think we got one good clip out of freestyle.
Oh, man.
Brian, do you remember the Arthur Morgan freestyle?
Kinda.
Did you freestyle as Arthur?
I still remember because this one actually came out good. It was like Arthur Morgan sitting on his horse, coming through the forest with the big dick force. And then I don't remember the
I
rest.
don't
but-
remember that.
That you're hitting the nana boo boo flow, man. That's crazy.
Oh man.
Arthur Morgan sitting in a tree.
We need-
TB. He has tuberculosis.
Sound like Andy Milonakis
Maybe
on the
he has
mic.
TV.
Is an access code door. You'll need an access code.
Oh, it's probably 1450.
It's written down in terminals. As Blake can remember them.
Terminals.
That's
like
my
the
name is Blake.
Tommy-
Code
Yeah.
for an access door. Go up to the access panel next to the door and press the circle button. Look for the access
Hint.
code to the door. Return. Access codes are usually just a series of numbers and may not obviously be labeled.
Oh my god. This is going to make you do some bullshit where you write it down
You
in
type
real
it in.
life.
Nah, he said he'll remember it if I read it in a journo, but it won't even let me like try it until.
I know. It's stupid.
You know what this is reminding
Oops.
me of is
Dropped
the
my fucking
Xbox
flare.
360 Ghostbusters game.
Ooh, that was a good one.
I fucking could have fooled me, man.
That
Just like it just felt so aimless
it
every time I tried to play it.
it had a really annoying voiceover of the Croyd going, "Gotta use boson darts." Oh, that's
I love him just fully not trying.
completely
Oh,
like
man.
overwhelming my memory of that game is boson darts.
It's really bizarre because the story is actually like a sequel to
two.
movies. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't
And
even
it's
get that
actu-
far.
And it's actually like a pretty decent story with the cast doing. They wrote the movie,
Yeah.
or they wrote the game. And
It does some stuff
Did they
too.
let Aykroyd write it?
I think yeah, they had the whole crew. I just replayed the remaster like a few months ago.
Oh,
the
shit.
game doesn't really hold up.
No, of course not.
But did you get the boson darts?
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
you have to beat the game with them. It, like
You need the fucking boson
yeah,
darts.
because you got to fight the Stay Puffed. I think you got to read that. Yeah. Is it not letting you?
Oh, is that the journal?
There you go.
If
Yeah.
an infected
oh, wait, no, I
entity
just saw
reaches
a
the
number.
mainland with the global infection that will occur in approximately 70.
What?
I don't think that's the number.
That's way. That's too. That's more than enough
72,000
hours.
hours? How many
You have
hours?
so much time to stop it.
Here's another
That's
note.
yeah, it's
God
way too.
damn
many.
it.
It's way too much. time.
Hardly a threatening number.
An infected entity's ability to fragment and survive. Every part of it is a whole.
In case
Yeah.
you didn't know that, when you bought the Thing video game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Guys, hey, developers at, who made this turd?
Cocksucker Studios.
Yeah, Pignosis.
Pig.
Big noses.
I seen the film.
Is
Okay.
that the poop disease the dog has?
Yeah. My dogs keep getting pignosis. No, what is it? What was the thing Campion got for going to the dog park after it
You
rained?
was trying to remember it.
I can't remember this name for the life
Bloody
of me. but
Buttholiosis.
Fucking dogs had this now like 3 fucking times in a row.
IBA.
Adrenaline hypo.
Hey.
Hey.
up.
If
That's
you've picked up an
crazy.
adrenaline hypo, situations where squad members are suffering from extreme stress,
Okay.
I gotta calm
It's
his
like a
ass
popper.
down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta bang needles, boys. Come
Gotta
here.
get you ready for anal sex.
Forgot the smell.
Power
it's only
supply.
smells. It's only smells.
They fucked that up.
Can you take it, or is it just labeling it?
I can't
Power
do
supply.
shit.
Yeah.
I love it.
Circle
Yeah,
doesn't
they
do
really-
shit.
They're really
Circle
just
beats
making
square
sure you
here.
know what's where.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's great.
Honestly, I didn't even know. Like, I found another part of the building my boys aren't in, and I'm like, yo, I didn't want to be
None of your
here.
boys are anywhere right now.
Yeah,
they're for
they-
sure.
I'm gonna go
They're
get
not-
them.
I think you waited too long, and now they're things.
No, we can't deal with things. We haven't even taken a Discord caller,
I know.
let alone talked about the fucking merch. We got a plug soon here too. Let's do that first, and then we'll jump into Discords.
Okay.
The
plug?
Poorly Played stream is proudly brought to you by the fine folks here at Mega 64.
That's true. There's
Yeah,
Sean.
Sean loves Mega 64, guys. Are you a big fan? Are you Slime? You've seen some Mega 64 videos in your day?
I watched enough of them that I DM'd you enough times to be able to sleep at your house.
That is interesting.
That's how we got here.
Yeah, we did kind of have this thought. We should
Yeah.
explore this mind exercise real quick.
Yeah.
Slime did kind of come to the connection point that if you do just DM someone enough times, you can
Yeah.
sleep on their couch
If you're nice,
and
charitable,
be in their
complimentary,
house.
That's
Yeah.
true.
If
That's
you're
the
a good
nature of
guy,
networking.
if you it helps
true.
if you ask me to write some bars for your latest smash hit.
It helps if you ask for a service for free from someone.
See, I don't even think about
that.
that.
They will that you'll then get in their good graces. let me be a use case.
There
Let
you
me
go.
be a lesson to the folks out there. If you're a Mega 64 fan, bother any of them enough time with your relevant interests, you'll be here. You'll be where I am. Look at me. Look at this.
It worked for Kevin over from the Thought Cops,
Yeah.
who we love and support
That's
now
true.
over at Palette Swap.
Yeah.
We
Shout out Palette Swap.
Shouts out.
My
Yeah.
boys.
Shouts out.
Joe Tallelli. Bah! Kevin Potus. Bah! Parker Johnson. Bah, 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 bah! All the lads. Jake Menez. Palette Swap. We're pimping. We're thugging. We're making video game satirical content.
Exactly. So this podcast / stream is also brought to you by Palette Swap today.
There you
But
go.
we are also brought to you by Mega 64. That's right, baby. Oh shit.
Oh.
Shit. Did we
So, what was that?
You know, he's editing in there. We have a very important video coming out, and I know I was told in a memo earlier we have to keep it down today. But I would shit. I can't. We already pissed them off, guys. All right. Well, fuck it. Just turn it all the way up. Welcome to the plugs, Brian. Our shirt is still up. It was supposed to only be for 64 hours. How could this be?
How can it be?
How could it happen?
It's still here. Look, you can click on it. Add
Now-
to cart.
We have the Pimps Players
Pimps Players Society.
Society, but this is the PPS in lieu of our friends Wes Smith, Chloe, and Meg.
Oh yes.
We come together to bring you the last chance. I mean, it's supposed to already be down. We said, please, Sean, can we keep this up? Kevin, I'm on my hands and knees begging. Can it go through the podcast on Sunday? They said, sure, and maybe a little further. I didn't expect us to be here a full week later.
Look at that. Isn't that nice?
It's so nice, we say it and show it twice.
That's right.
Baby.
You can also buy
Yeah,
it
that's
twice.
Yeah, you could buy a small and a
You
6X.
could buy one for
Actually, I don't-
me
I
and
think-
one for Garrett.
Do we go to 4? I think we do. We have a very inclusive website, guys.
Look at that.
You saw it. It's
Use a
still
big
on
bitch.
sale. It's
Got it.
it's like coming down tonight. So I mean, this is really the last chance for
Last
this
chance ever.
one.
Listen.
I did want to also say, yeah, go back to that logo. I want to show this off because this kind of leads us into our next thing. Oh yeah, check out the Patreon and fucking in this. Come on. All that. Check it out.
Check it out.
But check this out. Speaking of the Patreon, and speaking of this beautiful shirt design that we got from the other one, aka Chloe.
So what?
So what is Brian is in his natural state. He's armed, as you could see, huh?
That's right.
Brian stays with that fang on him.
That's
I
right.
thought you really just reached for it, and I was like ready to close up on you.
It's in the other room.
It's in
Ready
the
to
other room.
flick.
Okay.
Ha, ha,
Well,
ha.
fear not, Brian, because
What is this?
I have a gift here for you.
Fuck is it? It's super knife.
Now hold on. Don't
Young
open
man's
that
birthday,
quite yet.
goddamn.
All right. Do you want to? Do you want me to grab the other one?
No. You're
Okay.
you're gonna be all fucking strapped in a second here. Don't worry.
Okay.
As you can see, Brian loves the blade. We've tried many times to disarm him across the years.
Yeah.
And I have fought that in opposition, and I am now rearming Brian.
So what?
That's
that.
right. We did another Patreon stream
That's right.
out at Kobe's Swap Meet, and we had a fantastic time, but we very much missed you on our latest scavenger hunt.
Aw.
I know. I mean, me and Sean won.
Oh, Fuck yeah, dude.
So I mean, it's
Go Team PPS.
spoiler. Yeah. Well, we were Team OTP because we did change it up. But we spoke of you several times on the stream.
All right.
And when this item, which qualified for us as 2.
Oh, okay.
This was under the title Joker, it qualified, and under the title Blade, it qualified. And I wanted to present it to you, Brian.
Okay.
Yo, crack
It's
that
all
open.
yours. Crack that baby open.
Super nice.
Is it like Joker color?
Best quality stainless steel blade. Oh my god. You know, I didn't think. I mean, I don't think anything will surpass how good last year's was, but man, this is.
Ooh.
It's a
pretty
drop
good.
point. Look,
Oh,
you've got a
man.
blood channel there, Brian.
That's a pretty good one right there.
That is. Whoa, he's flinging around already.
Yeah.
I'm
That
regretting
knife is showing off.
my decision as I sit here. My skin is too close.
I like this knife, dude. This is. I like this.
This is what Rocco, Derek, and Sean are like. I can't. You're giving him another knife? I can't believe it. I don't think we should do this.
Is that like you flick the shit on the side, or is it actual like spraying?
It's just an assist.
It's got an assist. The cheapies are getting better and better, man.
They certainly are.
So me and Sean, yeah, go grab the other one. I'll tell them that Sean and I scored double points with this item because, again, it qualified as the knife heading or blade rather, and the Joker heading.
That is fucking.
You know,
that's too slick. I don't like that.
Kevin and Rocco,
Don't get caught with that.
they had one item they bought. It was a Simpsons Monopoly.
Whoa.
I think they used it for 8 of the fucking checklisted items from the scavenger hunt. It was crazy how much bang for their buck because
Really?
the least amount you spent
Yeah.
goes into the pot for the winner to
For the
take.
winner, right?
So it incentivizes you to not spend as much money.
Yeah,
as you
because
can.
last time when we played, they like I remember played some tricks and bought out like all of the wrenches at one place or used all their money to like do something.
Oh, so we couldn't get the big wrench.
Yeah, so we like because remember they came back with a wrench that was
Yeah.
like 2.5 feet
Yeah.
long. So
Threw a
this
wrench
is
in the works.
this was the last year's. Now this one's great because
It's Leto.
It's hard to
Oh,
tell.
man.
First of all, it's the worst Joker ever. It's the worst print of it, and you can't tell it, but damaged is written backwards.
Yeah, if you flip it, is it not backwards?
Oh yeah, but guess
That
what?
wrong.
The clip's there.
So you can't read it, and all I can think of is imagine you've come up to me in a knife fight and I just go, yeah, look at it. I got my Joker
Well,
knife.
it's a tool. You shouldn't be fighting with a tool.
Joker knife. And now
We
I
have to
got
clarify.
two,
For cutting
and
rope
that's
and
scary.
shit.
So
But that one's black and it's got the blood channel. And I just wanted to give you had Ledger and I wanted to get, or you
I
had
Leto.
Ledger?
Leto and I wanted to give you the Ledger. Oh, look, they mate.
Now I feel like Final Fantasy. Like this is when
You're like,
you know, like this is what's it called?
you're like Advent Children.
Blade Dance or whatever.
Them blades is dancing. That's me.
It's called Buckles and Blades. Oh, careful. I'm so nervous.
I know.
You said Joaquin Katana.
Dude, this
That's
is
a banger.
great.
So Sean and
Joker
I
knives,
and
man.
I found that and I was like, can we please donate this to Brian? I had to wait a while for it to air.
I hope.
But our tier 3 patrons, you could check out those fun
every
streams.
year now I'm gonna get a new fucking Joker knife from you guys. one year I'm gonna get like a 3-foot long knife. But you know what? Honestly, this knife has been because we did that 2 years ago, right?
Yeah, you've been carrying that for 2 years.
This has been one of the best knives I've had. Not break. It doesn't fall. I mean, I
Yeah.
had to like retighten screws and stuff like that. It doesn't have the self-tamping screws, but. You know, for what I've done
for a cheap fucking swap meet knife, a fucking $18 or $16 probably.
yeah, something like that.
I'm rocking this SOG that Royce back in the Dizzy. Remember Royce's Choices?
Man, that's a good one.
But this SOG I've had because I'm afraid of losing my benchmate. My nice knives are
Yeah.
like I don't want to carry them around because I'm gonna fucking lose it.
Yep.
But I don't know why I have that mindset. I've never lost a knife.
I've only lost one knife, and that was it.
I've been carrying around a like lesser knife. Not that I don't like this SOG, but I'm just
Yeah.
like, this is a plastic hilt. It's like whatever. But I think I've had this fucker for 10 years and it's withstood everything and it's still super sharp.
Pretty sharp, actually. This knife.
Now up in Canada,
What
is it
about 'em?
common for a man to waltz around town with a knife on his hip?
It's common for me.
It is.
If you ask me, it's common for me.
It is. It is. Okay, that's good to know. Because it's interesting here.
It's not.
Not a lot of people with
Well,
And that's why
Unless
I say
you're
it's a tool, because like I've walked in like after work to get like something from a liquor store,
Yeah.
and I've had the guy be like, "Hey, my friend, what's going on? What do you have? What da da da?" And it's like,
It's open carry, brother.
Yeah,
If I was coming in here on that shit, you wouldn't
Yeah.
know it was coming.
well, Jesus Christ, half a fucking.
Well, that's
who
the
knows
thing.
who's like really strapped up?
Well,
you
like
know
that's
what
the
I'm
thing.
saying?
Right.
If I'm gonna like give a real answer to that question about like Canada, it's way like if you need anything at all, knives way more than guns. Just considering
yeah.
like how much more restrictive it is. But here's the opposite question: how common is that here as opposed to someone carrying a gun? Because I don't know what the laws are like here.
Oh, nobody
there's
carries a
like-
gun here.
Well,
Unless they're...
here's the thing.
Yeah,
You don't know they do because we don't have open carry. We have concealed carry.
That's true.
California's a concealed carry
It is.
state.
And
Yeah,
I have
but
heard,
yeah.
I have heard it is easier
That's
and
crazy.
easier to get that. And I'll just say a couple of gun stores
Yeah?
that I have shopped at have emailed me from their mailing list. A lot of advertisements about classes for CCP or
Really?
CCC or whatever. Yeah, and it's
The
like
thing is, I don't ever want
I
to
don't-
work with it.
I don't think that they should be pushing this so
I
fucking
don't-
hard.
I would
No.
never
It-
want to walk
10
around
years
with my
ago,
gun.
it was only cops and like law enforcement
I
could
remember
could get a
or like
concealed
private
carry
eyes
permit.
or, you know, like
I don't
something
even,
like that.
but they wouldn't even give them to private eyes. It was like, oh, you're not cop people, like you don't get concealed carry in California. That is apparently changed a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, man, it's fucking. I think it's the Wild West out here again. I just don't know because they got them in their fucking belts. You
Yeah,
know.
well, I mean, that's the fucking, I don't know, man. Well, I mean, like, Kevin was talking about this a while ago, but I guess I had considered, like, I'm shocked it's concealed carry considering what a blue state this is.
Yeah.
But, like,
Yeah.
it's, when Kevin was telling that story in the theater we saw Five Nights at in Chicago.
Oh,
I
really?
can't remember what it was. It's like a place he frequents. But they were doing a rep screening of the Weird Al movie, and there was some guy up front on his phone talking whatever. Several people just shushed him.
Yeah.
He got up to like storm out. I think he was telling you about this. Click, like everyone heard the click of a pistol. Like he was getting ready to like cock the hammer. Everyone hit the deck, and that guy rushed out. But like that dude was ready to like go Dark Knight Rises
Because
mode
someone
because
shushed
someone was like,
him.
I'm trying to hear Conan the Librarian.
Oh my god.
That is Looney Tunes to me.
I mean, yeah. I mean, motherfuckers shooting people for sneakers. It's fucking wild.
That is such a weird. Let me tell you, that's a symptom of America. I've noticed every single time I come here is that
Yeah.
there is a little bit of manifest destiny in every single interaction I've ever had with a Yank. My whole
We're all
life.
waiting. We're like, I wish you would. Ooh, I'm
Yeah.
fucking ready.
Well, that's like hugely like you ever seen? Maybe this is preaching to the choir. You ever seen Falling Down?
yes,
Yes.
so many
Yes.
times.
Oh yeah.
First of all, perfect piece of satire, like Verhoeven level satire.
Oh, so good.
But like, yeah, hugely that is a movie that's like every single turn is based on a male fantasy of like a rage thing where it's like, oh, I wish they'd get my
Oh.
order wrong at
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
burger spot. Oh, I hate traffic and getting charged too much at the ethnic grocery store.
I
Like,
hope
it's
this
just-
guy asks me where I'm from.
Oh, man.
It's
Yeah.
great.
I
I love that movie.
Yeah,
So
it is
funny.
weird,
It's
but
so funny.
it's interesting because like I would always consider a pocket knife a tool,
Yeah.
and
don't
I would
carry it for any other reason.
never
Yeah.
reach for it in a self-defense
Me
situation
neither.
ever because I don't know how to fight with a knife, and I am admitting this on a fucking stream that
Yeah,
maybe I shouldn't.
everyone
But
wants to pop out.
yeah, if you
Yeah.
want to come get me, sorry, I don't know how to knife fight, so you win. But that's the other thing. It's like, why the fuck would you pull a knife out
Well, 'cause then
to a
you just
gunfight?
invite it. Yeah, you're
Yeah, like, well, I don't know who's strapped,
inviting it.
but the real reason is like, I don't know how to fight with a knife, and I don't want to get my knife taken away from me, and I don't want to get stabbed with my own knife.
Exactly.
So like, also avoid violence at all possible.
Yeah.
So I'm never going to like aggressively go after someone in a fight. Why would I ever defend myself with a fucking pocket knife? Like,
Yeah.
that just seems
Well, if they're
insane.
smaller and it would be fun to do, I
Yeah.
think that definitely changes.
Well, then you got the
if it makes you feel good, better.
you got the bully
you know,
thing going.
strong.
That's always true.
yeah, bully mode. Everyone's
would-
fine with bully mode.
Right.
Um,
I
you got to teach people.
it's nice to know that it's there if I need to intimidate somebody, maybe. But
Yeah.
even
No,
then, it's
I-
like I don't want to escalate.
I don't want people to see. Like, I love
Yeah.
how slim the little black clip on this is.
Yeah.
Because I don't want the guy at the liquor store to notice and get weird because I'm like,
Right.
Your toe.
I have a tool on me.
I've definitely also had to hide my knife at events because
Well, that's the more places you go that have metal detectors. We feel me and Brian are always like, all right, let's go to the fair, and it's like, guys, I gotta walk 1.5 miles back to my car. Sorry, I had my pocket knife in my pocket.
Yeah, because it's one of the 4 things I grab when I leave the door.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah,
the
everyday
first
carry.
the first like 6 years of game days, they didn't have metal detectors at Disneyland.
Yeah. Oh,
You
I,
had it
I
on
would
you at
always take a
Disney?
knife into
I
Disney.
just,
Oh my
I just
God.
have since I was an 8-year-old boy, and my dad gave me a Swiss Army knife.
Yeah.
I have had that tool
Yeah.
on me, and I never know. I've never needed to go look for a pair of scissors when the mail
Yep.
comes, or get
Case-
something
case
out of my
Mickey backed
fucking
him up.
fingernail,
That's
or
insane.
like I don't know.
Need
I don't
to
know
open
what
a
it is,
package or whatever.
but it's going away in cities, like you
Yeah.
Yeah.
know, for probably good reasons.
You'd
I
have
mean,
to imagine.
it's only dangerous in the arms of a dangerous person, I guess. But it's funny how perception has changed to where like, yeah, I know motherfuckers eye me and Brian out at the taco shop and like look at our back pockets and see
Yeah,
that
just
little
bucking
clip.
at you.
And they're just like, oh fuck, these guys are strapped up.
That's what I'm hoping they see.
See, you're the opposite of me.
Ooh, I'd love if they
Well, I just
tried me
want
at the
them to
taco
see
shop.
it. I'm hoping they see it and they go, maybe they carry a knife for a
But some
reason.
tweaker might start shit. Remember the dude that was just like,
Trying to get a cigarette when clearly neither of us were smoking.
Brian is
I was
playing with
my
it.
knife. I was
And
literally
this
standing
fucking
there.
zombie comes out of the bushes like the Homer Simpson meme.
Yeah.
And is like, you got a cigarette?
And I'm sitting there just doing this, and I'm like, no, man, I don't got no
We're
cigarette.
like, no, we don't smoke meth rocks either. Get the
Yeah.
fuck away from us, please.
And like, he kind of stood there for a second. I'm just like, God damn it. And then-
He's playing with it, and this that's meth. They go towards the
Yeah.
danger. You know?
That rules.
And
dude.
especially us, I know we look like we're standing out there with cigarettes because, you know.
You don't
I know my
smoke.
look, but yeah, it was
Anyway.
it was one of those funny situations.
Happy to hand you the tool.
Yeah, dude, thank you.
I don't know, terms of service, we have to call it a tool.
It is. Well, I mean, I use it the same way. Ever since I turned,
Because it's not a weapon, it's a tool. And that's
that
the
shit
truth.
comes out. I know it's an assist. That shit came out so fast, man.
Yeah, it's definitely.
And
good.
that's the
Fucking
thing.
hell.
I don't like to buy knives that don't have the assist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
California is so funny because it's like, okay, switchblades, butterfly knives,
Yeah.
Those are illegal.
those are legal here,
But an
right?
assist.
Or as they call them in Asia, the basilisk knife. But like, yeah, those are like,
It's like an item pickup. With
no deal. But like knife collectors, which I used to work with a bunch of knife heads, man, some like the fucking Benchmade Infidel is so dope. It shoots out the front like a fucking movie, right?
Yeah.
Which technically, if you're a collector, I think you can have one in your home, even though you live in California. I'm not gonna say I have one.
Yeah, you can't carry
I
a
just
knife,
say that it might be possible to ship one to California from certain websites.
and you can't.
But we get away with it with the stupidest shit. Like the spring on that assist is so strong, it might as well be a switchblade.
Yeah.
But it's California legal, and it's within the 174 centimeters or whatever the fuck they do
needs-
too.
The blade itself can't be larger than 3 inches.
And do you know that it's even shorter on a fixed blade?
Yeah.
Fixed blade is like legal carry is like even smaller than a folder.
Yeah, unless it's like a hunting knife, like a buck knife or whatever.
Well, and then you'd be
Yeah.
in county property, so it wouldn't apply.
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting.
Right? Well, again, all of it really is more so to safeguard when needed. It's not like anybody's walking, no cops walking down the street going, pull that knife out, how big is it?
Yeah, but if a cop wants to fuck with you hard,
I mean,
Yeah.
maybe not
you
here.
can get that. That's what I'm thinking
that's what I
about. Is
mean.
like I don't want to draw the attention of it because like
Yeah,
if
of course.
he wants to fuck you,
Yeah.
he'll get you on that.
That's
like,
what I mean.
well, you just shouldn't be carrying around a weapon. It's like, it's not a weapon, sir.
I mean,
It's a
any-
tool. I just got off work.
Yeah.
I am required to carry this tool at work. I've like played this scenario out in my mind because like if they want to get you, they fucking will.
yeah,
Yeah, it
but
doesn't
again,
matter.
if you have it this size or smaller, they'll see it and they'll understand it's probably a tool for work. If you're carrying around your 5-inch blah 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 that you have,
Yeah,
like,
but you ever
I'm
see the
walking
old
around with my
timers?
fucking- dude,
You ever see the old timer in a cowboy hat and he's got the thing strapped down to his fucking leg and
Yeah.
it's like the Rambo
like
Bowie
John
knife?
Locke fucking
Yes!
Bowie knife? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Or-
that's
Call that the
is-
Whittler.
Or
That's
the,
some Texas shit. The Whittler.
Or the fucking dudes who got the go to the army surplus store and buy the machete.
Yeah.
five,
Well,
like,
see,
Those things cost.
that's a
nothing.
little sus because like you cannot walk down the street with a machete.
No,
And
but they sell them.
They do because you can cut down some trees in your
Oh, yeah,
backyard
you can do
with
some
one.
bushwhacking.
Right.
Man, fucking. Let me tell you, last time I was at the farmhouse, I was telling you about that scout that we did.
Yeah.
My dad
Oh,
was
I
he was
didn't bring him.
bashful about it at first, but I got him into it. He loves giving people grand tour of the place, going like, well, this part of the kitchen was put on in 18 whatever.
Oh, that's
like, Just
awesome.
toting around. But I remember at one point, like the guys I was scouting it with, they'd gone to the basement just to check out like the cellar. I come back out to check up on Dad, see what's up, just chat with him.
Yeah.
He comes back out of the barn. He's got 4 fucking machetes, like various stages of rust, taped handles, like Jason Voorhees shit. He's like, "Would the boys have any interest in these? What do you think?" Like he had him in his hand, like Wolverine, like just all towing out. No, yeah, for real. And he was like giving me the rundown. I was like, "I found this one in Carla's basement. I think it's from Korea. I
Oh
think
my
this was
God.
standard issue." And I'm like, "I don't know where you got these, but sure, I'll bring the fucking machetes back to the fellas."
The boys will love them.
Yeah, that's the perfect thing about like blue collar dad. It's just like he will whip that out. He'll like do that, rolled cigarettes, something troubling he found on the computer. Love him to pieces.
Of course.
That's great.
I think my engineer can fix this if I like
Yes.
tell him.
That's
like,
why. That's what I think that indicates.
hey, which one? Okay,
Well, I don't know.
medic, soldier, engineer.
Interact.
Go to the power supply.
Okay.
Go
There
fix
you go.
that. Fix that, you techie.
You dingus.
We're fucking doing it. We're killing it, boys. So how about those fucking machetes, eh?
It was so weird, man. I mean, he just collects shit like that.
You didn't bring any machetes? You brought the shirts? That'd be fun to get on a plane. 3 rusty Canadian machetes.
Just check them in your bag.
I did once get on a plane with a person whose name I won't say, so I don't embarrass them. That had a big knife on
Yeah.
them, just for sentimental purposes, something their father had given them. But first time flying international, and just like the look on their face whenever like they goes through the bag track and they're like, there's something troubling and metal in there, and pulling it out, being like, can you do something with this? Because if not, we will have to take it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was rough business.
We
Yeah, you
saw
have to mail
a
it back to
dude.
yourself.
For some reason, when we were in, is the Liberty Bell in Philly?
Yeah,
Philadelphia, right?
yeah. Still ain't fixed it.
Yeah, that broke ass bell, dude. Why'd I go look at it? But there was a tourist there who was like trying to approach the bell to like look at it, and they have like security there because it's like a national park or whatever. But this tourist was carrying around like a fucking foot-long kitchen knife. Just weirdly, it might have been a different culture, so he's like not, he's definitely not from America, so like maybe he doesn't know like. But I think they were out in the park like having a picnic, and they were just like carrying all their stuff from this park setting to let's go look at the bell. And he's got all this shit, and they were like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Like, they swarmed this dude, and were like,
Yeah,
put the fucking knife down, sir.
That makes sense.
People get scared, because there were, like, countries that ban guns outright. They have fucking hatchet problems and fucking machete problems.
Yeah.
Like,
Hatchet
in
is
India,
a
there's, like,
crazy
machete fucking murders. Like,
Good man, one of my favorite things to bring up anytime that like there is a city in New Brunswick that is like the
New
epitome
Jersey.
of decay in the Maritimes. St. John, New Brunswick, the most depressing place I've been in my fucking life. My favorite thing, anytime it comes up, someone say like, I'm thinking about visiting, or I gotta drive through there for work. I'm like, Google St. John machete murder.
Oh my
And
god.
you get this fucking
What a
this
horrible
my
way to go.
favorite story of this guy who ripped off a pawn shop, so the owner took a machete, chased him down the street. No, St. John's sword slaying. That's what it was. He had a machete, hacked this
Oh.
guy to pieces on the street. And it's
dude,
yeah.
what a way to go.
Oh, fucking horrific.
There's like a weird fucking law in, I don't know if it's just straight up the UK or if it's like somewhere else in Europe.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it's like an Irish thing or like whatever, but there's some fucking law, because I've seen videos of it. Like, you can fucking legally like duel with swords in the street.
That's for sure you can.
Like, if you go like, okay, like,
For sure.
this is the fucking deal. Like, we shake on it, we agree. And I've seen like YouTube
What
videos
the
of
hell?
2 dudes fighting with machetes in the street, and it is fucking nerve-wracking because
Oh,
it's like,
man.
am I about to watch a guy die?
I bet the
They
Boffer
they
bros
suck.
love that.
These 2 guys they keep missing and hitting others.
No.
Can you do it, dude?
But can you imagine, like, you hate a dude so much, you're like, yeah, let's fuck, it's
Yeah,
legal,
you're just
let's
pulling the
fucking duel.
broadsword.
That's sword
And there's just a
fight.
bunch of women screaming, no, don't do it.
Yeah.
No, don't, it's not worth it. Something like that. Sound like the fucking Queen Lizzie. R.I.P.
Ooh-wee.
She might have
Get
killed.
that broad off our
She
money.
might have killed her grandson's wife without anyone knowing from the grave. So who
Oh,
knows?
for sure.
That shit's crazy, dude. Sean was showing me that shit. The royal family is now like photoshopping
That bitch
one
ain't real no more.
one of these women.
It was,
what's the Prince
Middleton,
Harry?
right?
Middleton.
Yeah,
Look.
Kate Middleton
Yeah.
hasn't been seen since like I don't
They put
know.
out a photo, Garrett.
Yeah.
She's doing fine. She's happy. She's with her
doing
kids.
That's a weird conspiracy theory.
You know, the flowers and the trees are in full bloom, regardless of the
do.
time of year.
Yeah, it doesn't make any
Very
sense.
normal
It says
fingers on
they're
those
here,
children.
you know, or over in the UK, they could be somewhere tropical.
It's so funny because it's like you could tell like they had such a small team that's even allowed to see this that no one is able to like proof the fucking shitty Photoshop job they did. They're like, yeah, I didn't see any blemishes.
Very normal fingies on those kids with good
Normal
Weston jeans.
paneling on the building behind them is all straight line. It's not jagged. It's nice and straight.
No, that shit is tweaked. I remember like
She's
when
dead.
She's dead.
Maybe.
When I got hip to that for the first time, like I thought it was for real, like someone like retweeting like some QAnon like crackpot shit.
Yeah,
like,
because there's so
"Look
much
at this."
disinformation, right?
Well, because of like what it was someone took a photo, like they went into Photoshop, just took another photo from her from like 6 months earlier, and like hit it 50% opacity and lined it up. And they're like, "Look, it's not real." And I thought it was gonna be another like, "This one is a transgender clone."
Yeah.
But like, because they love that shit.
Yes, they do.
But I was looking at it and I was like, "Oh, that's like funny looking and not in the way that I would expect." So that's how you fall down the hole. But it's like, I don't know, man.
But
They're
then,
always
yeah,
on
the more
some
you look
shit.
into that, it's like, wait, yeah, why the fuck are they doing that?
I mean,
And
they've
then,
got a prince that doesn't sweat. That's why he's not a pedophile.
and then the, I mean, look at him. I'm sorry,
You know, it's a real if-then situation.
but it's crazy that like, yeah, they asked them like, okay, well, what's going on? And they're like, oh, Kate Middleton has been dabbling in Photoshop. Like, wait. You telling me this like fucking princess spends her time
I could see it.
photoshopping her own press photos?
Yeah.
No, she has people for that.
No,
I mean-
it was her.
And then
yeah.
they're like, if she was spending time dabbling in Photoshop, can we see the original photo?
The one
Silence.
The merit I
Yeah,
will
they
give
got
that,
It, they don't got it.
getting into like loosely getting into photography and Photoshop very briefly, very much an in the crib girlfriend activity.
Okay.
But you don't do that to it. You're like trying to like, how do I get it a little lighter? I want this to be a little sunnier.
Yeah.
You're
How does
not,
it look like I'm alive and here in this photo?
Yeah.
It was a I saw the picture. It's kind of funny. Like I don't know, but
Well, Sean showed me the side by side of her face
Yeah.
from another fucking like magazine shoot that she did, and it's like, oh yeah, that is that face from the magazine shoot put onto that image. That's crazy.
Wow.
Like it's deep. Like not only like the artifacts of photoshopping, but like that's not her body.
I
That's like a
see.
stand-in.
I see.
That they put her face from like a glamour photo shot.
Yeah, she probably looks like shit.
Or she's probably dead.
I mean, she's British.
think
What the
she's
fuck
dead.
are you gonna do that?
I don't think she's dead. I think she aged poorly and they don't want to show her anymore.
Do you
That-
think
you
she's
know
Richard
what?
Simmonsing it? She's just
Perfectly plausible.
She
Yeah,
could be going away from the public.
Maybe they got her some surgery or something.
Oh,
and
guys.
it looked awful.
You gotta hold it.
We were supposed to hack the computer the whole time. I didn't
yeah,
need
that's
to
very
leave here.
Clear. I've compiled a 5-page report. Oh, this is the journal thing.
The autopsy performed on the anomalous corpse that was discovered at the outpost.
Jordan does make a point in the chat. They say, to be fair, the Photoshop was so bad that I believe she did it herself. I don't think you can hire somebody to make it that bad. Right? Like, I feel like they could make it look better. So
hey,
I don't know,
I'm
they're
gonna tell
hitting
you.
Fiverr. They're like, I don't know.
I Photoshop the PPS thumbnail every week. I can't. I'm worse than that, and I do it every week. Hey. Like I don't know. I don't know. She's dead, bro.
I mean,
Code 1138.
show me the body.
I am 138. Do you think there's a Misfits fan on staff at Psygnosis? Who made this?
I don't know. I have the case.
Acclaim.
Is it Sony?
Vivendi.
Vivendi. They're gone.
Vivendi, Black Label, Konami put the stamp on it. Those are your boys.
That's our boys.
Um,
Jay Bohr over at Konami. What's up, son? Shouts out.
yeah, them's the games.
Ooh, for first aid pack. Stimp packs, guys.
Simplex.
Why did they call them that?
What?
They stimulate you.
Stimulation pack.
Yeah.
Feels great.
I
You ever-
never really realized until now.
Oh, man. I caught a glimpse of one of those in the trailer for the show, and like I am not normally like a fan service like adaptation like real strict guy
Of which
Like,
show?
of Fallout.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
Hey.
coming.
Oh, right.
Dude, next month
Oh, fuck.
I'm through the roof. Like I'm not normally one of those guys. Like an adaptation, as long as it is like good, stands on its own legs, it could have nothing to fucking do
Sure.
with whatever it's coming from. But just the image of like just seeing a stim pack on the set alone, I was like, oh my god, it's just like the geek.
It's just like it.
Oh, got me. It got me. right in the
Nuka-Cola
gut.
bottle cap.
Literally, yeah.
It depends on how like into the source material I am. We talked about this on the PPS last week because one of my callers was saying like, "Yo, you say you like love any video games and media," and that was very true for a long time. I would go see any movie if it was based off a video game. I'm talking
Right.
Wing Commander in the theater, bro.
That would've been cool.
Dungeons and Dragons, the first one with the Wayans brother.
Oh, I saw that.
Anything, right? And then people are asking me, so what do you think about the Halo show? And it's just like, yeah, there's too much shit now. I don't have time for all of it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well, because video games became so popular, it's like, well, everything's a fucking adaptation of a video game now.
Yeah.
And I can only watch so much. And like, man, the correlation, or I guess the contrast, I should say, of Halo's Peacock show and this Fallout show is like, how did they fuck up Halo so bad? It looks so good and they spent so much money on it, and it's like, here's a couple dudes I've never seen in anything and I don't care about.
Yeah.
All they had to do was cast a couple people I recognize. I don't even fucking play Fallout. I'm watching that show.
Well, I think that like the quality of that was inevitable because for so long they needed to adapt that to like a
Something.
medium that was more easily consumable. Like it was a
Something, yeah.
movie for years and years. It was Peter Jackson.
It
and,
was
like Josh Olson was attached to write
the
for
fucking
a while.
the South African guy.
Was Blomkamp attached
Oh,
to that?
Blomkamp did the like proof of concept
Oh, he's
like
got-
commercials for it. Yeah.
He's got so much shit that'll never come to see the light of day. Like just like draft stuff, like the Alien that he would have done.
All the
Now,
Oats
like,
Studios stuff. Yeah.
Direct to video. He did the Gran Turismo movie, which is a hilarious return. like-
What a
what-
weird movie for
Do
him to do.
you know that this gamer turned into a racer?
I like that movie, by the way.
But did you know
It's an inspiring story.
it's an inspiring story of how a gamer became a racer in real life?
I can't believe because that's the kind of script that like gets on the blacklist, gets someone a job because they eat up like the real life adaptations
Yeah.
and shit, or
Yeah.
anything to do with a video game.
Yeah.
Like, wow, isn't this inspiring? And then it's just like, why would that ever go to camera? Like, do you guys see it?
Guys,
No.
we got to the.
Yeah.
I
The
saw.
fuck would I waste
I don't
my
know
You
time
talking
on
about Gran
this?
Turismo?
Yeah.
It was good.
So you saw it?
Yeah, I saw
did.
it
I
in
did.
Okay, you're
theaters.
sticking to your word.
Thank you.
Again, and I was giddy at them using It's Sony,
Yeah.
but they use all the PlayStation noises from that cross
That
media
got
bar.
you?
Oh, I was just loving. I was like,
For what?
anytime there was like text on a screen or a scene transition, it'd be like the PS4 sound when
Oh
you
my
move
God.
shit around the cross media bar.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It would like use
Oh my god.
Sony console noises in the film production, and that was like a level for me that I was like, fuck yeah, Neil.
Garrett, if you go to Pornhub and type in amateur, you'll hear all of that in the background.
Yeah, I know.
That's fucking.
I'm
You know what?
I've already seen those movies.
That's
though.
to me, that's a plane movie. You know, I'll watch that
Yeah.
on a plane when it's on. It's just so weird that
The actor I like that actor.
Neil Blomkamp was it? Or no, Neil.
Yeah, it was Neil Blomkamp. Which
He
is
directed it, which is just like, what? From Chappie to this?
Yeah,
That's
'cause
fucking
that's the fun.
crazy.
That's like you are the beaten, broken former studio director. Because his trajectory is so funny.
Right.
He hits these sci-fi greats. People are like, "This is the next Ridley Scott."
Right.
He's creating such a world. At some point, one of those misses. I can't remember what the last big budget thing he had was, but it fucking
I
flopped
think it was
entirely.
Elysium,
Elysium, yeah.
Oh yeah.
which was actually a good movie.
I thought it was
I-
fun. That's the Matt Damon one, right?
I defend that,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
get shit on all the time.
yeah.
Yeah, bro hit a hard, fast wall. He goes recluse for a few years. Does this movie over COVID that's like this horrific, barely watchable, like psychological thriller. And you can tell that this is like his journeyman turn. Where he's
Yeah.
like, I need a fucking job.
I need an
Gamer
easy
Racer,
win.
sure, man.
Yep. Yep.
I need it simple. I'm not gonna cast D Antwoord in this. It's just gonna be by the books.
Man.
Hey, good for that.
But it was not a bad movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed that it was actually about a video game.
That's cool. I mean, again,
In a roundabout way.
yeah, I thought the
Oh,
Uncharted
yo, did you
movie
shoot a
was just
cutscene?
Cutscene. We haven't
shaking me, brother.
we haven't found a thing or shot at a thing at all in this game so far.
Earlier,
We're
when
towards the end of the
when
show.
you finally opened that door, dramatically read said you just finished the tutorial. So
Yeah.
that puts into perspective.
Hey, it's about me.
Dram has been
progress.
silently like just railroading this. He's like, it's over here. You go here.
Yeah.
The chat is good at helping me, and
Yeah.
Brian is good at letting me figure it out myself, because that's the true happiness of being a gamer.
Everybody in the chat is yelling to get me to read something to help you find it, and I'm like, no,
This is, and I've
way better.
And I've had contention with Brian over this. Sometimes I'm like, "Why were you telling me?" And he's like, "You got it." And it was funnier the way you figured it out an hour and a half later.
Yeah. then there are other times where you'll be stuck on something for 15 minutes, and I'm tired of him being stuck there.
Then
so
he'll tell me.
Then I'll tell him, and he's
But
like,
you-
just move it
But
along.
My favorite is when he'll go, "Give me a chance," and I'm like, "I gave you 15 minutes, buddy."
I love
You
the
don't
dynamic.
realize how long I've been waiting to tell you this.
The dynamic of a couple that's lost and like he will not turn the car around or
He
pull
will.
up the
He
map.
will.
Yeah.
Genuinely, because
Give me a shot.
I know how to. I know when to actually give him
Yeah.
help.
The one
Yeah,
time
yeah,
I put my foot down was me and Brian trying to finish Resident Evil 5.
Oh God.
And Doc Ryan is trying to give us advice from the chat. And I don't know what it was, but it was just like, I think Rocco cackling in the other room every
Yeah.
time we died.
Oh my God.
And then I snapped and I'm like, I'm not listening. We're going to fucking do it our own way. We're not going to fucking listen to your goddamn pro strat.
Stream.
He made me close the chat. I think.
Ryan doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Oh,
He
man.
probably did, but we got it.
It's so awesome to be that vindictive.
We had to-
Eventually, we figured out that there was a prompt that the game would have you do, but
Yeah.
when you're playing it co-op, it doesn't prompt you. So one of us had to know.
What were you playing?
We were playing
Resident Evil 5. It was
and
right at the end.
Final boss against Wesker, and we kept
Yeah.
dying at the same spot because one of us is supposed to do a QTE to get
Yeah.
to ready the kill shot.
Yeah.
And we weren't doing that because
The screen
normally
didn't-
the game tells you.
Yeah, it didn't
when
put it
your
on the
companion's
screen.
Playing, and neither of us had played it since it had come out. So
Yeah, yeah.
especially doing it co-op, we're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, when is that ever going to occur?
And then finally, somebody in the chat, I think, might have said something that was like, "Hey, you have to do this to get him to turn around."
Dickheads just fucking people.
do
with
you remember
free
that one?
tactics to Google.
Jordan Jones, punch that rock. We fucking punched that rock about 80 times that
God
night.
fucking
The
damn
worst
it.
was like the unskippable cutscenes. It's like, I'm gonna fucking murder myself. It was like 3 hours into the show.
Oh my god.
I just noticed my lovely Lost Fortune merchandise.
Shouts out.
Shouts out to Meg. If you have been checking our Twitter and our lovely friend Meg's Twitter, you will know Lost Fortune, her new clothing brand, launched, and you can check that out right now. Brian's pulling up the website. That's the one I'm wearing.
Right there.
Thank you for canceling
See, I
our
got it in
plans. You do like that in yellow too.
I thought about getting this in gold.
Gold.
But I just haven't pulled the trigger.
Oh,
on it.
yeah, with the red, that looks great.
Right?
Oh, you know what? I'm wearing the shirt, but I think I just realized it's like, thank you for canceling plans.
I don't want to go anyway.
I wanna be. Wasn't
But
that the like
Thank you for
B.
being
Arthur?
a friend. Yeah, that was Golden Girls.
Golden Girls, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. I like these. You know, my first rodeo, and I'm scared. You know?
She showed me some designs like a couple years ago that were like some concepts. I don't even
Dante's
think for this.
Pizza. Ah, yo, that one's tight.
But the
actually.
cowboy stuff that she does is like legit. Like, yeah, that Dante's Pizza one's fucking
That
dope.
rip.
It's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
That on a white with the print, I think looks real clean.
We love
So-
a slice of Baffin's,
If you're all stocked up on your PPS shirts, head on over to Lost Fortune. If you got time after that, head on over to Big Cartel and give my man the proper
Weapons of
dues.
mass destruction. They were there. .bigcartel.com. If you are as thoroughly internet poisoned as myself, irony poison, you will have a good time.
You
What
will.
was that URL.com?
You will.
Weapons of mass destruction.bigcartel.com.
We are we're thread slingers here on the PPS today. Brian and I got our merch. Meg's
Drop shipping
throwing
royalty,
it.
baby.
My homie over here's got the experience. It's called the Saskatoon Swagger, where
That's it.
my grandpappy's from.
Shouts out.
He was from.
Don't brag about that, man.
He wasn't from Saskatoon. It's even worse. He's from fucking Saskatchewan.
Oh, yeah.
It's just fucking farms and churches out there.
Sketchies out there, dude.
Yeah.
You gotta watch out for them.
Yeah, my dad immigrated as a boy and then finally got his green card like when I was like a teenager.
Oh, nice. I got
Not
my
his green card.
when
What
I
do you?
was
No,
21.
what do you do? You get naturalized.
Oh, well,
That's what
you
it
get
was.
your green card first, and then you get naturalized.
Yeah, so I think he worked like until his like 40s before he got actual naturalization.
Oh.
But I remember as a kid him studying for that test and everything.
And in California, for a while, you'd have 2 green cards.
You could have dual citizenship?
Well, no, you just have, if you were an immigrant, you'd have a green card, and if you were using medicinal marijuana.
Fuck you. Fucking.
I remember so many fucking people calling it that shit when I was in college.
Yeah,
you got your green card,
Got your green
bro?
card, bro?
You got your green card, bro?
Yeah, I'm
What?
a resident of Wheatland,
your
USA.
green card? Yeah, your medical card, bro.
Okay.
Fucking calm down.
We said we were going to get to the Discord callers. We still have not.
Fuck them.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. I'm going
Boys
to take a
are
quick
riffing,
break.
we're having fun.
Quick break. We're going to have a piddle. We'll be right back
I
with
do
you,
have to
Artie Fiaso.
I'm gonna run with 2
People,
Joker
people.
knives.
Don't run.
Oh, this one's got the pocket assist.
Number, whose motto is that, sir? I don't know. All I know is the name is Valerie, and they're the top of the line blowers. Valerie. Let me see if they made her. I haven't heard of it, but hold on. Okay. Hello, ma'am? Yeah. Oh, okay. No, you guys don't have that blower? No, we don't, sir. Huh. I just came in this area, and all the fellas where I was from, we were from down south. We just moved up here. We were all using the Valerie line of blowers. It's an excellent blower. I mean, people are just. I guess it hasn't moved on up this region of the country yet, maybe. I guess not. We rep MD Pneumatics, Voltron, Northern Blower. You guys use Voltron? Yes, sir. Okay, he assembles good. I can't believe you guys don't have the Valerie. Let me tell you, it's one hell of a blower. I've never had an unsatisfied customer with those. Well, sometime when you get some information, you'll have to fax it over to us so we take a look at it. I'll fax you all the information, and they're really easy to use. They're one of the most easiest systems I think I've ever set my hands on. You just hook them up, and they go at it and go, and they'll never stop. I mean, you can have as many people in line as you want. Where are they manufactured, sir? I think I have. You know what? I honestly can't tell you where they're manufactured. I think it was in Milwaukee, but I don't know now. I know that plant closed down. A lot of blowing up there, I guess. I can't help you. Huh. Well, all right. Well, my mission to find a Valerie blower continues, I guess. Okay, sir. Okay, thank you. Ooh, meow, meow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ow! Ow!
Thank you.
Thanks.
Is there anyone jacking off to this right now? Yeah, absolutely. Give me 1 second, hun. I'm a big deal.
Hi, am I on the air? Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Go for it.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Do you care about the audience? Do you care about the audience?
I care very much about the audience.
Do you care about the audience?
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 I care very much about the audience.
All right. Do you care about the audience?
I care very much about the audience.
All right. You said yesterday you were greeting some fans, and you said to one kid,
How you doing?
you said, "How old are you?" And the kid said, 12.
12? Did you not
Not
drop
dropped
yet?
yet?
Did you drop your
Testicles.
Right,
with 12-year-olds?
right.
What kind of
How are
12-year-old?
you caring about this 12-year-old?
I'll tell you exactly how I'm caring about the 12-year-old. What
I'm caring for him
12-year-old
good and well.
States, show me the neighborhood where a 12-year-old kid doesn't know there's a pair of balls out here.
But tell me some.
What neighborhood or what fantasy are we living in where you think your 12-year-old kids don't know what that is
No,
yet?
I know, but what good does it do that kid at 12 to hear you say
What?
that to him?
Because
What
it
is
really-
that?
I
Why
didn't
did
hear
Freeze
nothing
there?
like that until I got older. And I knew about that since I was 8. You know what I mean? So it's just like a relief.
This with the
like,
audio over, it's
yeah,
gotta
you're
be
treating
great.
me like for real. It's real to the kid.
Also, you said, how old are you to another kid? He goes 14.
Good. I'm glad you're influenced by us. Do you need drugs?
Go home and smoke something.
Oh, Windows is
Now
crashed.
that right there.
Oh, that's
Oh.
wonderful.
Come on now. This question right here. What I'm doing
it's
is
like a
I'm
joint
playing
holder
with them.
here.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying, hey, I know I'm supposed to be this figure.
Oh,
to
man,
you.
the roach clip.
You know,
that's
I'm
great.
older.
Uh-oh.
We should probably say something, you know, righteous or whatever. But I'm playing with the kid. You know,
What if he didn't understand it, though?
then he's real stupid. He's messed up in the head.
And that's not his fucking fault.
They'll lock you up for a long time if you're my age. How you doing?
Try to think back when you both were 14. How screwed up you both were. Okay? You say, why don't you go home and smoke something? What if that kid goes home and
Oh, it's a
smokes
straight
some
black
crack?
screen right now.
Do you have any
shit.
responsibility? Because you said it to him one-on-one.
Nah, man. First of all, if that kid goes home and smokes crack, and that kid can be programmed that easily, you know what I mean? That kid has got
Okay, we're back.
serious problems.
Are we still streaming?
Are we on the air?
Parents to raise that kid.
Stream
It's
is
like
down.
this, man.
You're-
If my parents
okay,
had
okay,
given
yeah,
me
no,
the, if my
it's
mom
not
had
down.
given me the freedom
Hello?
that she knew I was gonna.
Do you
All right.
see?
We are we're a little impaired here.
Much like Plies, we are Mike.
Oh, that's why. So Windows froze when I tried to refresh this camera that I'm going to try to refresh again. Hey. But it looks like we're still streaming on Twitch and streaming on YouTube, and we're still recording. I think just the screen went to black for like 2 minutes.
I think so.
But we're still up. That's what they meant by stream down. It wasn't down because you could still hear
We
Violent
were
J.
in control
I
the whole
care very
time.
much about the audience.
Violent J cares very much about the audience.
I care very much about the audience.
All right. I love how Bill O'Reilly just interrupts. All right. All right.
He doesn't want to hear his shit.
Oh, that's the thing you were literally describing
That's
to me
it,
earlier. That's
yeah.
amazing. Of course,
Do you
it's on your
care about the
soundboard.
audience?
I
I
care.
care very much about the audience.
All right. You said yesterday you were greeting some fans,
best
and you
part.
said to one kid,
Did your nuts drop?
How you doing?
you said, how old are you? And the kid said 12.
12? Did your nuts drop yet?
I see, Jordan, you were in the chat very concerned if I'm getting a new PC. Of course. What'd I tell you, Brian?
You gotta get that piece.
Jordan's PC obsessed, though. This is our back and forth, Jordan. It's you and me talking PCs.
Yeah.
I know you're there for me. I might be asking you a thing or two
PCs and
because the
boners.
good news is there was a scam going on around the Board Game Olympics prize. You remember that?
Yeah.
Yes.
We got scammered, and that took so fucking long to get resolved and was such a pain in the ass. But I will say, as of now, I have been fully prized up.
Yeah.
Let's just say
I am delivered.
that Amazon credit is sitting fat, baby.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm
so fucking happy.
Hell yeah.
Finally, and I think I've picked out a new motherboard, a Gen 13 processor, which I now need to get a water cooler for.
Whoa.
So I've never done the liquid-cooled radiators.
Really?
Yeah. But those 3 items, I can reuse my old DDR4 upgrade that I did last year.
All
I
right.
can reuse my video card that's still fine for what I'm doing. Because I'm not playing games on this. We're just ingesting all the video.
Yeah.
And the tower, the case, the power supply, all should work. Now, the other thing is, I think we're in the new hotness. I've never rebuilt a machine in the Windows 10 era. I'm back in NT days.
Okay.
You always had to reinstall Windows. Always. Which is the biggest pain in the ass. Because then I got to reinstall XSplit, all my fucking camera drivers, everything. The deal that I've found out with Windows 10 is like pretty good at just recognizing new hardware, even something as major as a CPU swap and a motherboard. So I'm going to attempt this. We might have to miss a week after I attempt this until it works. But I think I can just swap out my hard drives, back up my boot drive, and then everything will be easy peasy. Hopefully.
There you go.
Because that's the one thing that's really been holding me back from upgrading is like, dude, I don't want to fucking install all of this shit again. Yeah. Do I even remember half the fucking passwords? Or I know my layouts will load, but fuck, what a pain in the ass. So yeah, I'm in the process. I've got the shit picked out. I think I'm all compatible. I'm not going all the way to 14th gen Intel because I still want to keep using the DDR4 memory I bought last year.
Yeah.
And the motherboard that I found that supports a nice 12th or 13th gen still uses DDR4.
It looks like we're not up on Twitch.
Okay. It says we are.
Yeah.
I watched us on Twitch, though. Brian, hold on.
Give it another.
Did you try it?
Crack?
Yeah.
It says we're only on YouTube.
Maybe on mobile, but I mean, yeah. I don't see us on my list.
Oh, it says we're live, but it actually, doesn't pop up. That's this error thing.
Should we just click and unclick it?
No, yeah. Just don't unclick record.
Okay, that's here, right?
Yeah, Twitch us off. But YouTube's still good, chat? We can't see.
Yeah.
I don't know, actually. I'll look.
Let's see. And then I'll click it again.
Click her back on, boy. Thank you kindly. It's weird now having the stream on both apps on my phone.
I know.
Yeah, we're live. YouTube's still up. Let me see now if the Twitch came back. What do you think?
I'm not seeing
Nothing yet.
No. It looks like the first hour and a half of this is on the VOD.
It is, yeah.
Yeah.
That got archived because we got also automatically taken down, which is cool. We leave archives up on Twitch. We got to take the YouTube one down. Damn, dog. Well, everyone, switch over.
Yeah, go to YouTube.
You come to us, man. Meet us in the middle.
It didn't work.
No,
Yeah, it's KLBR's live. Tickle My Pikachu's live. Asian Bunny YX
Should I click
is live.
this
Who's
button
that?
for stream? I've been
Yeah.
just dropping down to the.
You're on Twitch. You got to hit that.
Okay. And then we'll try again.
Streaming, determining.
Okay.
Did it do that before?
It did not. No.
Oh, okay, cool. We're back on it.
Should be coming up now.
We're back on it.
We bite.
Fellas, we talked up Artie Fiasso. We're going to bring you in right now. And we haven't spoken about movies at all. It's Oscar season. Last Sunday, we did our Oscar podcast with Johnny showing us what was winning versus what we chose.
Nice.
And I got 10 right. Rocco and Sean tied with 14 correct answers.
Oh, shit.
They almost had seen every Oscar pick.
Really?
There's a lot of them that I did not see, but I did.
Like major Oscar pick, or are they watching best documentary short?
It was the top printout from their website, so it was only the important ones. Yeah.
Okay.
They didn't do, but it was the short film was there, international short, and animated short was there.
Right.
But I want to talk to you guys about your picks. I know we saw a lot of them. Me and Walker were talking about what was it called?
Poor Things.
Poor Things. Also,
Snorgo's lame the most.
No, what was the one that was filmed in the 70s too?
Holdovers.
Holdovers was
robbed for best original screenplay.
That was the surprise hit for me, right?
Oh God, what a beautiful, warm hug of a movie.
It was just
good Christ.
I saw that and ran to Sean, and I'm like, I think you would love this movie. Check this movie out.
Just a movie to tickle you.
Just a nice feel-good time, right? It's actually kind of a depressing movie, but I like that. Yeah, Poor Things. Did you end up seeing Poor Things, Brian?
Not yet. I
Dude,
still haven't seen a lot of
that
the
movie
movies.
is horny on main.
Okay.
And then I was analyzing it further, and I was telling Slime, I was like, the more I think about it, the more I realize, like, the gall of this director to write a movie about a woman's sexuality. This movie is entirely about a woman's sexuality and growth from the male's perspective. Like, it's all just like,
that's what you were telling me.
Who wrote
beforehand.
this?
Like, it's just
a dude.
It's just so fucking, like, I made an earnest attempt to sit down and watch with my girlfriend, and we were like making a real run at it. Like, yeah, we heard good things. Like, it just came out. It's on like Disney Plus or whatever. We'll give it a try.
Disney
did not make it 20 fucking minutes.
Wow.
Like, we got to the brain reveal and that bitch killing the frog, and I'm like, I'm out. I'm checking
You're
out.
out. I don't. That's interesting because, like, do you stop, like, when you're like not enjoying it, or you're like, I'm not gonna waste my time, turn it off?
If this thing has not like entertained me enough to keep me invested, and I'm easy to please.
Yeah.
I like most movies. Even if it's bad, and I know it's bad, I'll give it the shot.
Yeah.
If you're not retaining me, that's on you, and I've got no obligation to continue wasting my time.
I agree.
And that applies to the theater. Like, I've walked out of maybe, like, you have that comment. It's just but like, what
is he there?
The biggest problem I think with
Artie, you there?
Poor Things.
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh,
Yes.
Young is on there.
I was expecting Artie to speak before. I just looked and I'm like, wait, he's on? Like,
Yeah, I dragged him in, and then they've been quietly sitting.
Oh.
He's just waiting for the natural in.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm glad I saw that because I had no idea. I'm sorry, I just got caught off guard.
I was trying to riff because you were pointing at the screens like, what the fuck? What's
Yeah, no. I interrupted your Poor Things.
No, let the man speak. I was just gonna blather nonsense.
No, I just wanted to make sure he knew he was on because I didn't know he was on.
I'm getting
sorry.
horny now just thinking about it.
I'm confusing everyone in the room based on my confusion.
We love
now.
blatant, literal, textual Moloch worship here in the stream, and the
that
Oscars
is how,
do too.
That's how you described it.
Yeah.
Now, I stuck with it because I was entertained. I think the nudity alone kept me entertained throughout most of the film. But, the more I think about it, it's like, wow, it's like so interesting, this brash and very open view of a woman's sexuality through the male gaze. Like, it's all just like written by this pervert.
feminine agency and like we said, through the lens of just this giant Greek pervert. But it's like,
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I was entertained.
Well, it depends on your take, but it's
yeah.
It's movies like this where like it's trying to make a salient point, and like thematically it's I get what it's doing. It's very blatant. It's not heady, but it's just it's clunky and it's too flawed. Like it lands flat on its face. Just because it's like when you're telling stories like this, it's like it's only relevant through the attrition of whatever party like you're talking about.
Right.
It's like I compared it. It might be a crass stretch. That movie Wendell and Wild. Like
I haven't seen that.
Horrific movie. But there's a trans character in it whose identity is only ever made relevant or revealed when they're misgendered. And it's like, why even bring that in? Like, because I know now why you're doing it and how you see that type of person. Like, that's the only time the identity is relevant is when it's being aggressed upon.
That's
like,
the
you
only
can't
time
just-
they use that character.
Yeah, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm all for. I'm not of the opinion that like you need to be of whatever party or like occupation or whatever to tell that story. Like Paul Schrader's never been a taxi driver. Like it's all that kind of shit. But it's just you have to be able to find the correct emotional in and the metaphor that tracks and is universal.
Sure.
Anyway, brother, Discord.
Artie.
Speak your piece.
Artie.
Speak your truth. What's going on?
Did you see Poor Things, Artie?
I did not like it at all.
You did not.
Yes.
You and Slime are in the same boat.
Yeah.
She won Best
First of all,
Actress. She won like that.
Yes.
She took it all home.
Yeah, she
Emma
did
Stone.
good for her.
I love Emma Stone. That was another reason like why I was in from the beginning because it's like, okay, Emma Stone's playing this weird fucking character that's like full of
I love that she's 1-to-1 with a toddler. That's
Practic-
so much fun.
Hollywood loves
literal.
it.
Literal.
I like the last half of the movie only. Okay, God. The set design though and the costumes and shit that was like, oh, thank fucking Christ, it's like not green screen.
Yeah.
Right.
I liked it for those things, but yeah, you also were not a fan, Artie, huh?
No, I wasn't. We were talking about the male perspective and everything, and
Yeah.
I only liked Ruffalo and William Dafoe in the movie.
Yeah, they
I
were.
saw my bros in there. I just had to root for them.
They were more a little more realistically written.
Yeah.
Although the premise is so off the chart, like nothing's realistic for Bella.
Yeah.
Did you see any other Oscar films that you did like?
Oppenheimer, of course. I still want to see Zone of Interest.
Poppy baby.
Yeah,
Oh,
Nolan
Zone
did.
of
Has
Interest.
Nolan won before? Yo, you like Zone of Interest?
I want to see it.
I do too.
I
I
wanna
heard the
see it,
sound
yeah.
design on that is fucking crazy.
Well, yeah, that's what it got. Well, it got an Oscar for that, but I think also.
Something else, right? But once I heard that's why, like, I heard it got the Oscar for sound design or sound or whatever.
Right.
And I was like, oh, that's interesting. I haven't seen it. I'll be curious to hear. And then someone described to me, like, yeah, there's like no music in that movie. And they told me what the sounds are.
the
And I was
hinges
like,
on it.
oh, that's fucking brutal.
Yeah.
It's just like screaming, gunfire, wailing, crying at a slow, low, creeping into your fucking subconscious throughout the whole movie because they're next door to Auschwitz. Like,
Yeah, it's
fucking
harrowing.
crazy.
Yeah.
That's a crazy sound design. So I'm
Sounds
really
cool.
curious to see how that was portrayed. Oh, look, I think we're supposed to do something here.
Artie, can you tell me exactly what it was about Poor Things that struck you poorly? Like, obviously, like, you were fucking with Defoe and his tectonic plate face.
He looked
Ruffalo,
good. And it looked
good
like in the
performance.
beginning of the movie he had crazy more ridges, and then they kind of like
Yeah.
toned it down for some of the close-ups.
Yeah.
They're like, he's too ugly.
But if you could hammer on what really stunk,
Yeah.
what stuck in your craw.
It never grabbed me. I was watching it. I was on Disney or whatever, and I was just like, when is this gonna get started? Should I just go watch the Hideo Kojima doc?
That one was, oh my god. And you know what? I heard Victor Lucas, you know, from
Yeah.
Judgment
G4,
Night?
yeah.
G4, Victor Lucas, our friend, Luke Victorious.
Yeah.
He, I think, like, made that Kojima doc for Disney.
Really?
Yeah, did anyone else see that?
I saw it went up there. I was shocked that it was there.
I was
Like-
too. And it was 2 hours of like people sucking his dick.
Yeah.
It was like, which that's what you're gonna get. I mean, it's like high praise from the video artist, the auteur, as it were, which is fucking well deserved as far as everyone who knows me. Like, I love Kojima's games, but it was interesting. Is like, why am I watching? I already love this guy.
Yeah.
This is like, I know everything in that doc. It was like, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I seen him working with Mads and Norman Reedus. Yep. He's good. Yeah, he's the best. Yeah, he's well respected. And then it like ends, and it's like, I knew all that. I kind of just like wasted 2 hours.
It does not sound like a movie I need to see.
Yeah, but neither. See, like, and as you're saying it, it's making. I haven't seen it, right?
Yeah.
But even just from your read, I can tell it's not for either of you.
No,
That's
it's
why
for my
on
parents.
Disney.
Yeah.
It's for people. It's exactly. It's for like let me find out what this guy is all about. Like it's like a little it's like a diamond in the rough for them. Like, oh, this very nice Japanese man. He works with men I've seen on television.
Yeah.
Like,
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What am I supposed to actually be doing?
I just don't necessarily care about docs and biopics in general. Like, those are the hardest things.
I don't like
me
the
to get
biopics.
into.
God damn, I'm kind of. The actress is so fucking smoking hot that's doing the. Who's the chick that didn't want to go to rehab but she should have?
Oh, Amy Winehouse.
Yeah.
Fuck. Yeah, no, you're right. I keep seeing that trailer.
Fucking happy.
That actress in the Amy Winehouse getup, it's like, I think I could watch this for 2 hours.
Well, that's probably just the getup.
But the fucking, like the last few, like, what was the one Trish really liked? That Elvis one? Fucking shoot me, bro. I could not handle that fucking Austin guy.
DLS hit it on the nose.
What'd he say?
Blackberry.
Oh, Blackberry was so
robbed
good.
Completely that it did not even get nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay.
Did they push for it?
I have no idea, but it
Because you have
deserved
to.
it.
You have
That's
to.
just the
It does deserve it, but you have to petition for that kind of shit.
Yeah, and I
But
mean,
yeah, Blackberry was
to
phenomenal.
participate in that, but like that is for me that far and away, because that's the definition of what I was talking about earlier.
here.
Like you take something and like it does not matter at all if it's faithful to the material as long as it stands on its legs, it's good,
Yeah.
you're invested. Because like Matt Johnson had no idea who Doug Freakin was. He based his shit on a YouTuber who used to work at RIM.
That's so fucking funny,
Yeah,
dude.
and he just ran with it. Artie, did you see Blackberry?
Dude, I was gonna pull it up like months later, and then they took it off Hulu.
Oh no!
Dude, I just can't believe that. Again, we're talking about the same sort of like ilk of. I can't believe the guy from Whitest Kids You Know made
Yeah.
The Barbarian. I can't believe that the guy from fucking Nirvana, the band, The Show, made Blackberry.
Brother, let me tell you I can. Have you seen his other shit, like his like features?
I haven't seen. I know like. I mean, I know
Hey,
what he does for Nirvana, the band, but I
little-
don't know much of their other actual works.
The Dirty Zapruder films. Honest to Christ, the best filmmaking to come out of Canada in easily the last decade.
Really?
Like the most like singular, so much voice, personality. Like in his work, you see Friedkin, you see Christopher Guest, you see like
Wow.
the perfect and like unique confluence of influences, and you see you guys too. Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. Just like this. But yeah, I gotta say, The Dirties, Operation Avalanche, the only other two features he's done.
Okay.
But like, wow, what a team! And just it's like Operation Avalanche easily is the best car chase I've seen since French
Really?
Connection.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's like filmed from the inside of one of the cars. It's great.
Oh fuck yeah!
Operation Avalanche. That's the name of the movie that they tried to, that they joked about premiering at the Toronto Film Festival.
No, they got into Sundance with that real film, and then they
Wow.
seized the opportunity to just film an episode around.
Okay.
It's fucking perfect.
I mean, it's brilliant. Like that show is still one of my favorite shows ever because like there's so many of those scenes where you really don't know if it's man on the street or if it's
Yeah.
orchestrated. It really, again, just skates that fine line. And Blackberry was one of the ones where I'm like, nah, I like how Matt Johnson writes. I like the stuff they do, and that's a movie I wish I put some time into seeing.
I think it's a little known tidbit of information that Slime is responsible for the.
Well, yeah.
You are the through point.
Push the first domino.
Yeah.
I did what I've often done in my life, whereas I take two things I like and I make them kiss like dolls.
Yeah, yeah. It's the Agent Smith and the Eva Unit 2 from version 2.
Well, that was the best thing to come out of like getting to meet him, because I do the like some rep programming at a cinema back home.
Yeah.
Johnson was going to be in the area after we had done a Q&A for Blackberry at the premiere. We did a Zoom thing with the whole crew. Shout out Kurt. Shout out everybody.
Shout out.
Awesome. And he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to be in town for a wedding. Like, let's hash it out." Did a screening of Days of Thunder. And let me tell you, just like something his buddy wanted to see, right?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, when I fucking ate shit at that. Like, I was like through the roof nervous to meet this guy to begin with, trying so hard to play it cool,
Yeah.
not make a lot of eye contact. I definitely just came off as a freak. Yeah, like when we got there, the cinema, like they'd shut down power to the street for 20 minutes to fix a transformer. So when they got there, it was in darkness.
Oh, fuck.
The volunteer running the door starting to turn people away because it's like, come back soon. Whenever the movie starts to play, whoever was running it sourced a 480p iTunes rip.
No.
So just pixelated vomit.
Oh,
and I'm finding every reason I can to pull my hair out. But I think at the end, like, you know what? We'll have the Q&A. I'll get them little director chairs on stage, and I'll be like, he'll like me so much, and I'll be so personable. And
hey, you're sleeping on my couch tonight, so it fucking works, bro.
You know, exactly.
Yeah.
So I run to the closet, I get these chairs out, and I go to get them up on stage, and he's already up on there putting on a clinic. She's like, "You, question, what do we got going?" And I'm thinking, oh, this is fine. I'll just wait for the natural entry point to just come up on stage, and we'll do our Q&A. Never comes. I resign myself to sitting
Because
in
he's
what
already
became.
he started it.
Yeah, no, he's gone. He's moved.
got it.
He don't need me. He
You don't need a host.
Yeah, the questions that I had prepared, I just resigned myself to what became the Q&A cuck chair while I watched him just proceed. And then he's like, "All right, we're done. See ya, folks." But yeah, at the end, I like went up, shook his hand. "Thanks for coming out. Good to see ya. Oh, by the way, Garrett says hi. Blah blah blah." You know, one thing leads to another. That here we are.
Wow.
Yeah, because that was the one thing I should just fill in briefly because I wasn't really familiar until a couple of years ago that we were on the Nirvana the Band the Show crew's radar.
Yeah.
Like they knew of Mega 64, and I think someone brought it up on a podcast that your buddy was on, and he said like, "Oh yeah, Mega 64, like great, like had nothing but praise." We got a hold of that clip, and it's like, holy shit, they know who we are.
Yeah.
Like fuck, that's amazing, that's awesome. So when you mentioned like, hey, the dudes at Mega 64 say hi, like,
Yeah.
you I think gave him a copy of something. I think you gave him
I
an
was
unboxing
going
ring.
to give him version 2, and you were like, "There's naughty words on that. Don't do it."
Version 2, like
Yeah.
something awful print, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, don't,
So I
don't give him that one.
I volunteered my copy of Revenge Erection to be like, and I think at the time I fibbed it. I was like, "They sent you this, isn't this nice?"
We got to get you a new one, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Because you need it. No, we got. I got you, bro.
We'll
Everyone who comes on the PPS gets complimentary.
We'll square
merch.
that circle. But yeah, no, it was just, and I don't know where that was going to go, but I know if I spoke that enough out, you know, some will overlap. Pretty open guy.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
what happened?
no.
He just was like, "Oh, Mega 64, fuck yeah!" Like,
and I think he could definitely see like the death in my eyes.
Yeah.
Because he was like,
You
"Oh well,
scared
we
him.
have to take a selfie because you know everyone
shit,
back
I'm gonna
home
die."
really liked you the first time," and I was like, "That's great, man. Just fucking kill me." But yeah, no, he's a good guy. I got to I hung out with him and Kurt a little bit last time I was in Toronto. Looking forward to whatever
I'm gonna
comes
fucking
next.
die.
Good folks, good
Yeah.
movies.
That's cool, man.
Yeah.
I love their style of doing shit. They crack me the fuck up, man. And it's so cool that that they put together, you know, and shot a whole episode of their show
for our
for
fucking
the fucking
64
That shit
or
blindsided
what
me.
was it? It was 64X.
yeah.
It's just fucking amazing, dude.
And like the edit, Rocco killed it on the editing. He nailed the feel of
dude.
the show, and
Yeah, him and Kurt. Like, I'd be shocked
Why
if they
can't
didn't
I
have
like
any kind of
these?
back and forth because he like the tone, the pacing is great.
it was yeah, it blew my mind
There we
because I
go.
thought people were just like. I didn't watch 64X. I saw pictures of it, and I thought that somebody had just clipped a photo from a previous episode because it looked just like an episode. I'm like, oh wow, I guess he wrote Mega 64 on a whiteboard back in the day when they had their show, and I just didn't pay attention to it.
Right?
And it was like, no, or somebody photoshopped it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
they found a whiteboard written somewhere in our office and then put it on there because they know the connection.
Yeah.
But no, it was like, I came back and Garrett's like, no, they shot like a 12-minute.
It's like a whole fucking new episode
Yeah,
of
and I'm
Nirvana the
like,
band in
it's
our
not
64X.
Okay.
And that is like directly because like you approached some slime, gave him a copy of version 4, and then kind of like, did you hit him with the like, hey, can I give him your email address? They'd love to like talk, kind of
Well,
thing.
you asked because you were like, we might want to do something.
you think that's
just,
cool,
Just
right?
connect the dots.
Yeah.
Because I gave you asked them, and they said, yeah, that's cool.
Yes.
So I then gave Rocco the email address, and Rocco emailed, and they
I
fucking
mean, it's just
hit
a
it off.
handshake. Like I don't like.
Yeah.
Not to continue.
But if you
slopping
wouldn't
it
have,
off,
if you
but,
wouldn't
like-
have mentioned it, that's the thing. Like I would have never thought to bring that up
Yeah.
in a fucking meeting.
Well, let me
Like, hey, we know this dude. I got
Yeah.
his email address.
common thread. But let me just pose this, and then we will stop consuming Artie's precious Discord time.
Oh,
There-
Artie, you love it, don't you?
Oh yeah, this is great.
But there's one thing I'll say, which is that when you
no.
make art of any kind, like if that's music, film, you know, design, whatever, you think of how many people in the world are doing what you're doing. It's an insurmountable, unfathomable fucking number.
Yeah.
Then you shrink that down to the like what is either industry directly or industry adjacent shrink substantially, like probably 300, 400,000. That seems still kind of like a big number.
Yeah.
I am from the smallest province in Canada. In Prince Edward Island, that's about the population.
Yeah.
You cannot go anywhere in PEI, Charlottetown, Surrey, Summerside, O'Leary, anywhere, without running into either someone you know
Yeah.
or
Oh, that's
it's like
horrible.
maybe a degree of separation from you.
Right.
Like you're talking to a clerk at a convenience store and you're thinking like, and you get to talking, who's your father? Oh, this, that, oh, you know, like
Oh,
my,
you're Artie's boy.
Yeah, my aunt taught you second grade, or like you dated my first cousin, or like all that kind of stuff. that is directly transferable to anything you're doing in art.
Yeah.
If it's professional or otherwise, like I found that hugely when I was like doing SoundCloud shit. Like, oh hey, like you produced this beat. I used to be in a collective with this guy.
Yeah.
I did a feature with a guy that like you've done an album with. It all just overlaps, and the world is so much smaller when you occupy that space.
Yeah.
Like
so
that's
bizarre.
that is how I am here now. Like I had the idea to write a song and name it after the guy in the next room.
Oh, come on.
Aww.
Come on.
Man. The gentleman there wrote a song, named it after him.
That is true. You wrote the Drip Like Rockabody?
Yeah.
I love that.
Landed it with Garrett because we had a mutual connection through Kevin. I was like, is this too much? Is this like I'm an obsessive freak level?
Right.
You okayed it. You're like, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's
no,
like
I was like, no, this is good.
Yeah, it's like a little B move. Like, just call it Ellen DeGeneres, Justin Bieber.
Yeah.
And then through that, we're talking however many years later, I'm now in this
He's in the
studio.
room.
Like, it's
how it happens.
There's so much you can achieve if you're just not like a weird cocksucker and force things. You know what I mean?
That's so fucking true.
Anyway.
It's true.
Just don't follow us back to the hotel from our Anime Expo booth.
And we'll be fine.
And you're going to be okay. Remember Eric was our enforcer back in the day? That shit don't happen anymore.
It doesn't happen anymore.
But goddamn, in the early con days,
yeah,
there'd be like a stage 4 clinger that'd be like following us back from the convention center to our hotel.
Yeah, and we'd
like
have to
10 feet behind us on the sidewalk, and Eric would be like, I got this, buddy. What the fuck? Hey, whatever's going on, we're very aware of it. We know what you're doing, and you're not going to do it anymore, so just turn around, walk back into the convention center. No, stop talking to me. Turn around. And it would be like, thank
Dealing
God.
with it like a tweaker. That's
Thank
so
God
good.
Eric is here.
That's how Eric talks.
Yeah. That was my poor Eric impression.
No, it's pretty spot on.
He's kind of more like this. Excuse me.
No, I mean, yeah, he was very good at being like, hey, I don't know what you think you're doing, but
but it's not happening.
It's not happening. No, I don't. No,
It's over.
No, don't care. No, stop.
This guy won't follow me.
Go
'cause
around.
I don't think this dude trusts me.
Fuck him.
Well, I
You're
can't.
hitting Eric on him, dude. You're
can't
putting off that energy.
Trust is low. I healed his fucking broke ass.
Blow him up like Oppenheimer.
No, you think he's a thing?
I'm only gonna watch Oppenheimer to see the explosion. I don't think I'm gonna watch the rest of the movie. I'm not even joking. I don't care about.
It's
I don't,
long.
I don't care about Nolan's movies that aren't original pieces. I realize, like, I cannot be dragged into even fucking watching Dunkirk.
You're smoking dust.
It's pretty made up.
I don't.
It's pretty original.
I just, for some reason, there's
What the
something
fuck is
about
that? What the
like,
fuck is that?
Yeah. For me, the only reason I want to see that movie is because of the special effect of the bomb. I want to see what that looks like. Other than that, I'm like, well,
Oh shit! I shot him.
it's the story of how they got the bomb to blow up.
Yeah.
I know they did that.
Oh
Okay.
fuck!
I don't care.
Okay, if I don't know how much of this is a riff and isn't. Have you seen the movie?
I have not. I'm not. Like
Okay.
again,
He's
I did
being
not,
sincere.
I'm being sincere. Any Nolan movie that comes out that has an original idea behind
What
it,
did I do?
I will run to go see.
What did I do?
I've still not seen Dunkirk, and I still have, and I still have not seen Oppenheimer.
Okay, let me tell you right now, the bomb blowing up in Oppenheimer.
I don't even
one
remember.
of the least important. Like, it's a domino that sets in like
Dude,
the second
we
half
joked.
of the movie.
We joked about the bomb for so long. Like, what's it gonna sound like? Is it gonna blast the fucking roof up? Oh yeah, they got this fucking Atmos Dolby. I don't remember that scene, Brian.
Really?
It's not that memorable.
Okay.
I think it's incredibly memorable, but that's.
I mean,
it's such an like a post-it note on what becomes like the rest of his life, and like the explosion that comes as a result of like his own life, his inner dealings, like the American government being like, all right, we know this works, fuck you, we don't care anymore, you're disposable.
Right.
Like total, like the rest of it is just the most like engaging. Like, have you seen Anatomy of a Fall?
No, I haven't.
They do full Anatomy of a Fall to him. They do French Court, you're a fucking freak and we hate you.
But
I don't
see
know.
that- I guess I expect that, so I'm like, because again, I know what happened in real life, so I'm like, I personally, and this is where I'm different than others. If it's a biopic or something based off of that, I'm like, well, yeah. I mean, I already thought about how that must suck. Like, I don't need the movie to tell me that. Like,
you have it figured out.
Yeah, like to go through the emotional journey, which is really
That-
short-sighted. I know. But it's
yes,
also,
I just might feel something or empathize when I'm
Well,
watching a film.
I will when it's something that is because I've already empathized with it in reality. I thought about it. I'm like, man, it must suck to be building this thing that's going to destroy the lives of an entire
nation,
like of an entire city.
Yeah.
So like he's sitting there and it's like, well, I got to do this because we got to win the war, but I
don't want to take this many souls.
I don't want to take. I mean, it's on me. It's the same Winchester thing. Is like,
What did you do?
I think I walked into an electric field.
I think you did.
You encounter your first thing already fucked. You walked too far. Like this guy is bitch made. I don't know why they made this.
Yeah, he can't.
Let me tell you, Brian. Like I get the abstraction
Mhm.
of being like, yeah, this must suck. You can't fathom the moral quandary like on the scale, and like the movie can't even make you fathom that. Only
Oh, I mean,
Robert Oppenheimer can do that.
I can sympathize, but that's about as far as it goes.
But this, do not like discount whatever, like the emotional journey you go on, because like, I'm really like, there's so much that's like
The courtroom parts of that are like really fucking good. I mean, that's why Robert Downey won the fucking.
It's like, you're a commie, yes or no, and like it's
Once Brendan Fraser shows up in that, you're just like, what the fuck? Oh no, wait, that's I'm having a different courtroom drama.
Yeah, no, Brendan Fraser.
No, that's Brendan Fraser shows up in
Killers
of the Flower Moon's courtroom scene.
Ah.
But the courtroom drama actually in Oppenheimer is good. It's not like fucking boring.
Well, I don't mind any courtroom drama in that.
Usually I like shy away
It's
from
just,
that.
I know fundamentally that the movie will be good.
Yeah.
But for some
The
reason,
technical aspect, yeah,
we're
yeah.
talking magnetism on it. Like the moment I hear it's like based off a true story and it's not like, or based in like a reality, like in a like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, that's like
Inglourious
fantasy
Basterds.
football, yeah.
Like for me, I'm like, well, that's more fun because now I don't know what's going to happen to these characters at the end.
Yeah.
And I
I
don't
get
know
what
the
you
journey that they've already been on. This is, and I said this to people when it came out. This is going to be an emotional journey of what it was like to be Oppenheimer through this entirety of making the bomb, going through it, testing the bomb, having it work, then the aftermath. So it was weird. It's like I already knew what Nolan was going to do with the movie, so I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll just watch it some other time.
That's totally fair. If you do watch it at any point, I will be personally pleased. Like that,
Yeah.
just knowing that another person's hit it, because
Yeah.
like
I
I
mean,
get the idea that like, yeah, I know what's gonna happen. This kind of deflates it for me.
Yeah.
If you've got a heart in your chest, if you've got a brain in your fucking skull, you will find something to. You'll walk away from that movie having been fulfilled. That's all I'll say.
And I'm sure. I mean, it's Nolan.
Yeah.
And
It's
like,
Nolan. Yeah, you're already like you're getting your money's worth there with the ticket price.
That's always going to be a hallmark of their movies. It's just weird how the moment it becomes anywhere steeped in like a real event, it's really hard for me to like not see it as just like either a total fabrication of what they thought happened. So then I'm like, this is bullshit, which is weird because normal stories are fine.
Yeah.
But it's like, then why base it off
Complete
of
bullshit
anything?
is fine.
Love a normal
Yeah,
story.
it's like, well, I think that's what it is. It's like, maybe there was also like this aversion to when I was younger. It was like based on a true story, and you go in there and they're like, oh well, that's not how it actually happened.
But the fabrications are
He's
always
schizo.
more fun.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah,
That's
well-
based on a true story.
Right.
That's the Ed Gein newspaper clip, and it's like, what if there was a bunch of them and they were fucked? Like,
Yeah.
it's great.
And so again, I know it's a personal like aversion to just I hear that and I'm like, man, I wish it was just a new idea. Because again, like I'll defend any one of his movies, Tenet, Prestige, Inception. Dark
Yo, I'll
Knight,
go to bat for
Dark
Tenet.
Knight Rises. Oh, I will go to fucking hell on
It's
earth.
so
for
funny to
Tenet.
me to be like, yeah, this idea isn't new. I love when the shit goes backwards. That's fresh. That's cinema, baby.
Well, I mean, what I think Nolan does is that I like is he'll use the medium knowing that people will watch the movie again. You know what I mean?
yeah,
he
like the rewatchability.
And with the rewatchability, it's not about the entropy in reverse.
Fuck, did you
It's
see
like no, watch. They tell you Nolan does this in almost every one of his movies. The first 20 minutes, at some point, they tell you exactly what they're doing in the movie. This is this movie. This is the structures. This is how it's going to be. Like in The Prestige, it's in the first 10 minutes. They're like, they show the little magic trick. The kid goes, so what happens to his brother? And the brother dies. And you're like,
Do you see that, dude? Do you see what I did for you?
oh wow, it's a simple magic trick, and somehow The one dies and the other gets to be free. Oh,
Yep.
and that's literally the whole fucking point of the movie. But they tell you, and then you see it.
You see it happen in that first
And the same thing
foreshadow.
with Tenet. It's like, well, it's almost like the best story because it's the most self-substantiated story that's also very overt about its parameters.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, why is he doing this? Because he decided to do this. Yeah. And without him doing it in this person's past, his future, then this person's future, which is our past. You know,
here's
it
the
gets
thing.
fucking
You're
convoluted.
even getting tripped up now trying to even deliver that. See, because it's so funny to me that you picked The Prestige as the choice example.
Yeah.
That is a fantastic film.
Yeah.
That sets you up so well in the first act. It's interesting. It's an interesting premise. It's followed through in an interesting way. Endlessly entertaining. That is the rare instance of Nolan doing this hyper-specific, like, corner of like a special interest.
Yeah.
That I found engaging because it's magic. The whole point is that they don't explain to you what it is.
Right.
Everything else he's done, sci-fi, otherwise, totally the flip of that. There is nothing that man loves more than making you do mental homework while you're watching the fucking movie because he thinks it's so heady and genius. Tenet was the absolute worst example of that, man.
But see, for
he's
me,
reveling in his pseudoscience and he's being like, this is how this works. Do you understand?
But I like that. I like
fucking
I
despise
love,
it.
I love
Nothing more
when
boring.
when a world is self-substantiated by its existence, and it's kind of like maybe it's in the same way that like 8.5 is,
Yeah.
where it's like it's a movie about making itself.
It's
And-
amazing to put Fellini on that to bring it into the Tenet conversation.
I think it's kind of it's akin to that. It's
Yeah.
almost a movie about the structure of a movie and why
Yeah.
characters are motivated by what they do, and I guess I like movies that get you to think about. Okay, so wait, why are they going? Like I sit here and I furrow my brow, but I like that because it's like a puzzle. I'm like, oh, so
this is where you and I are diametrically opposed.
yeah, like I like at the end. It's like, oh, you realize this is the last moment that Robert Pattinson's seeing this person, and he's spent his whole life being this person's friend.
Yeah.
So it's super melancholy for him, while
It
we,
means
the viewer,
nothing for you,
Just
yeah.
like the protagonist is like, it's dawning on you that, oh, you've been going the other way this
Yeah.
whole time, and I've been coming towards you, and then from here I have to go and re-meet you.
Yeah, I love post movie revelations,
Yeah.
things that demand that like you think about it, unravel things, and you see things you didn't initially. But the thing is, with Nolan,
Yeah.
he wants you to do it while you're watching the movie, and boy, is that ever like just
that
so
just asks a lot of you.
not fun. It's challenging, but that's what I
Right.
mean. But I want to be entertained.
Uh-huh.
There's nothing wrong with a challenging film. I
Yeah.
like a challenging film, but I need to care enough to want to do that, like to engage that way. And it should be apparent. Like when you're talking about when you're bringing Fellini in that conversation, 8.5, it's apparent. It doesn't need to explain itself while it's happening. You know what I mean? Like it's like you get it. Like it's told fluidly, and however you interpret it is great that way. But
Yeah.
to put that on the level of Tenet, who is so like when Nolan gets into exposition mode, there is nothing he loves more than regurgitating that to you. The most successful version of that, Inception. The least successful, Tenet.
Huh.
That's
Tenet, I
See,
feel
I
is like the hardest to follow for like the average moviegoer.
That's what
they're
see, I would
they're
agree
not
with that.
invested in like his level of.
To me,
Look at that
it's
angle.
the same thing that I tell people about watching Lost. Like, listen, I get that this piece of media is going to ask a lot of you.
Yeah.
Just like in both of them ask you to remember a lot, to keep things in tabs. There are times I like that. There are times I don't like that. In both of those,
Where'd my
it's,
homie go?
Oh, it makes me want to watch it again. You know?
Yeah,
and
I like that.
And that's what I think I like about it, because most movies I watch once, never think about them again.
Yeah.
But when I watch a movie like Tenet, I'm like, this may be convoluted.
It
as
stayed
fuck,
with you. It stayed with
but
you.
But I want now. Every time I have a revelation, I want to see. Okay, but does this apply in other parts of the movie? Does this? Is there a theme here that they? Now that I've learned this skill to watch the movie, thinking of this, then I can see it differently each time I'm watching.
That's film as scientific method, and boy howdy, I don't want to.
And that's why I think people have dissonance with Nolan, is that he does that in his movies, and people don't like that.
But that's the thing, is Nolan's capable of otherwise. In Oppenheimer, I was so worried that he was going to hit that again.
Yeah. But he does stay like
because
pretty.
He's got a minute of it.
Yeah.
When he wants to deliver you jargon
Yeah.
about how a bomb works, I don't care. I know what happens as a result. He doesn't belabor it.
Yeah.
Like it's again, like you get the jargon. It's like Star Trek. You know they've said some science stuff. You get the idea.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Right.
And I think he is capable of delivering completely on something emotional you feel you're invested in.
Yeah.
But it's just, I was talking about this with Garrett before, like when it comes to like a video game or anything like that, there is nothing that I dread or am bored by more than homework, lore. I have to do extensive reading to understand something.
Yeah.
Like that stuff.
You were saying like it's a little easier to digest lore in video games because it's like, oh, here's some
you're
some
engaged.
notes.
You're there. You're
reading.
part of it.
Yeah.
That's how you're being like drip fed, like the world building stuff. But
In some ways, yeah. I mean, I agree with you. I don't like the ones where I have to go and read every little lore book I find in somebody's house to understand the whole world, like in a Witcher game.
Yeah.
And into that, I don't read any of that lore.
Yeah.
But I do like being told from the game or the piece of media what the parameters of that world are, and if it works within those parameters, I don't mind paying attention and thinking about it as I'm watching it if I'm in the mood for it.
Yes.
Now, on the other
Usually
hand,
mood
I would much
dependent.
rather go see a movie like Transporter 2
Yeah.
and watch Jason Statham beat the shit out of people.
Ooh, brother, we love
Yeah,
popcorn.
Meg
Yeah.
2.
You know?
Oh,
I
dog.
still need to see, but...
The Beekeeper.
Which is
Oh,
hilarious.
Beekeeper!
On one hand,
You gotta protect the hive.
I'm going to watch The Beekeeper before I watch any of the other Oscar movies. Or, well, it wasn't an Oscar movie, but
You'll have more fun.
Any of the single Oscar movies that are nominated because...
It was fun, dude.
That
Beekeeper.
sounds way more fun to me.
Beekeeper
and so
was
there's
fun.
I guess when I want to have like a high sci-fi movie that isn't just like growing up, it was so hard to find like actual good sci-fi or thriller type movies that Nolan does.
We were talking earlier today too. It's like, dude, everyone is sucking Dune's dick so hard.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
And I like it. Don't get me wrong. I had a great time. I want to go back to the theater and see it a second time.
Yeah.
But I think we are so hard up for hard sci-fi in the major market that we'll kind of like explode over like okay movies.
Yeah.
Dune and Dune 2, like I like Denis Villeneuve's stuff. I like the look of his stuff.
Yeah.
He's just a director I follow now. But I think maybe the love of the Dune franchise that this guy's doing is like people are a little more excited than they really should be. We were kind of talking about that.
Yeah, I mean,
Because,
I get it.
Because really, like, there's such a drought for hard science fiction in mainstream media that it's like, well, it's fucking this or what or not. When was the last like sci-fi?
I feel like we've been having a lot of good sci-fi releases actually.
Well,
in the last
really?
few years.
When he was talking to me about that really connected a dot for me because I really liked Dune.
Yeah.
I sat in the theater. I had fun. Big space movie for the the technical for the technical aspects. Like you were talking about with Oppenheimer. Like on a gut level, you'll be like, this is a good movie that checks the boxes to be a good movie.
Yeah.
That's how I felt watching Dune. Like in my gut, I didn't have this religious experience that a lot of my friends seem to.
Right.
And I was wondering, why am I feeling that way? Like, I feel like I got rocks in my fucking head. But I remembered that when he said that, I was like, oh, I also felt like the outlier in this when Avatar came out. I felt that it demanded I be enamored with scenes that feel like a video game tutorial. You know what I mean? Like,
I can see that.
And again, I just felt like, what is pushing me out of this? Why am I not into it? And I think it's just, I think that's the strongest piece of evidence I've heard for it.
Yeah.
I don't know that people are necessarily starved now, especially considering that we have Avatar 2.
Yeah,
we have Dune
you
2.
do mention Avatar as being like fairly hard sci-fi.
Yeah.
Oh, very.
Incredible.
Well, I mean,
it's blockbuster sci-fi, and it's building its own.
You can build a park about it with like themed drinks.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
the
hard
world
sci-fi.
building is fucking immense.
And that's that to me is always going to be the thing that I like about it. Like I can recognize.
We had stuff like The Creator. I thought that was pretty good.
Ooh, yeah.
Annihilation, but that's
Arrival.
a few years ago. Arrival's even longer ago.
Still, those. I mean, within the last 10 years or so, I would say like we've had
Yeah, but that's the
pretty
thing. Like,
decent.
if we don't get sci-fi every year, then it's like the mediocre sci-fi
Yeah.
every 10 years.
I think you also mean in a major AAA way.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Because
like a Star Wars.
there's
like,
shit that
of
people are
level.
putting straight to fucking streaming services, right?
But
That's
we
good
did get-
sci-fi.
We did get Blade Runner 2049, you know.
We absolutely did.
And that
Gave
was-
Benny the keys. He ran with them.
And that's the thing. I think now we have
All that was in here was ammo?
reliable sci-fi directors for
Yes.
the first time ever. And Garrett, I think you made a really good point about like, yeah, I mean, I would even as we're speaking about this, I would kind of call Dune this generation and this genre's Lord of the Rings trilogy.
You know what?
Ah,
That
you're
very
right.
apt comparison. Time will tell if that's correct, but I see that thread completely.
You're right, because it's the literary adaptation from something
Yeah.
written in the 70s, or I don't know. was
Which
it written
also
in the
had a
60s?
failed adaptation in the 80s.
Yes, yeah, by David Lynch, we talked
Yeah.
about. Yeah. That's very interesting. Artie.
Jordan Jones,
Yeah.
whatever, don't care.
Yes.
Keep going.
Okay, Artie, what do you think? Are we on to something here?
I agree with what you were saying that we're starved for movies in general.
You think?
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
I
there's
mean-
so many movies out there. You just have to go find the ones you like. I
There
mean,
is a lot of
don't
shit
just
out
stick
there.
to A24. Don't just stick to Annapurna. Don't just stick to fucking Miramax and New
Certainly
Line
not
and what-
Shudder. You gotta branch out of just Shudder
Just
movies.
branch out. Follow directors that you like.
I
Follow the
don't
actors
have
that you
time for that,
appreciate.
man.
No
You know?
such thing as an old movie.
I ain't
Just
got
movies
time
that are
for
new
that.
to you.
Yeah.
George Carlin said something like that. It's not a new idea. It's just new to you.
Yeah.
You know, just because you learned it, it doesn't mean you're the first and only person who knows something. And so like that's kind of why like for my priority list or how I'm motivated to watch anything, it's like Oppenheimer or
Oh, that's
is there
my
another
guy.
movie that I've been wanting to watch for a lot longer that I'm way more
Yeah.
interested in, and that's kind of where it ends up sitting. It's never like, yeah, that movie sucks. It's always like it really is a
Sure.
priority list for me. And then whatever I feel like feeling at the time. Like I just rewatched the Batman movie.
You did?
Which one?
The Batman.
Pattinson.
The new
Oh,
one.
80.
Matt
Oh,
Reeves.
yeah. Reeves.
Which is probably the most comic accurate Batman movie. Hard stop. However,
Yeah.
it's 3 hours long.
Yeah.
2 hours 45 or 2 hours 50 without the credits, which again in a very small feeling and very close up, and maybe again the most comic book accurate of any movie.
Well, it's the first one I've seen where it's a noir story. Like,
Yeah.
where it's the Batman origin story, not the Bruce Wayne trauma story to become Batman, because
Yeah.
now first of all we all fucking know what happened.
We've seen that 100 times.
Second of all, we don't need to see that again. So instead we get that, but it's still, I watched it and I'm like, maybe I was just being impatient because I watched it in the theater and I was getting tired of it. But I'm like, this did not need to be a 3-hour movie.
no, very rarely does a movie need to.
No.
If
it
Christopher
doesn't.
Nolan couldn't get The Dark Knight Rises over 2 hours and 40 minutes, Matt Reeves, you probably don't either. and that comes from.
But Zack Snyder, hey.
Fuck that guy too.
Yeah, oh,
Zack Snyder
major.
is the worst. He tried his best, and his best effort was the Justice League Snyder cut.
Oh my God!
And
What a fucking crock!
And even still, it was 5 hours of like, yeah, I should have just read Alex Ross's Justice.
Yeah.
Fuck this. This is like.
Terrible.
It's just he's trying to make it grandiose and do the fucking comic book feel, and I'm like, this is an argument I have with a lot of people and a lot of artists that get annoyed with adaptations, and I'm like, you can't do
I gotta go through this
radio
fucking door.
gimmicks on visual formats.
Yep.
You can't do video game gimmicks in a movie because there are certain things that only work
in a video
in
game.
the medium
Yes.
Yeah.
that they are coming from.
Man, yeah.
And storytelling devices are that too. Like, why did they make so many changes with The Last of Us to the series? Because certain things only
It's the nature of adaptation.
only really happen through the feeling of the game.
Yeah.
You know, you're attached to the player, so that
On the
makes
phone.
you the one responsible for their decisions. You're, no matter what, even if you hate the character and what they're doing, you don't
You're
want
an
them
active
to die.
party. Yeah.
Yeah. Right? Whereas
yeah,
in a movie,
you're controlling it.
oh my God, there's sometimes I'm watching, I'm like, kill this fucker.
Yeah.
Motherfucking main character.
Yeah.
Like,
Kill
I'm watching
'em.
totally weird side track, and it's not as vehement. But I've been watching Gilmore Girls And I've developed a theory about
What a
that
left
show
turn.
that
Do
I
tell.
don't think anybody has ever thought of. Which, you know, you don't think about a show like Gilmore Girls as having an antagonist, right?
Yeah.
Like life is the antagonist in a
Yeah.
show like
Well,
that.
I mean, it's episodic. It's meant to you could put these guys in situations.
Yeah, and
Right.
you just tune in whenever.
And there is like a slow arc over it, but as I've been watching it, I'm like, there is actually an antagonist to the show, and it's Lorelai, the mother of the show.
Yeah.
And I realize this because every single instance they're in, they exhibit the same behavior as a villainous character, where they're constantly undermining other people, being the point of friction, and like.
How do I shut off the power?
Probably have to have it. Shoot that red panel.
It doesn't do shit. I
Can you
tried
have your
it.
engineer?
I
go
don't
hack the
have
pen?
him. I just have my soldier.
No.
Carter. He's just a soldier. I don't
Snyder
know.
Cut is one of the best comic book. You should not be allowed to have a computer or a keyboard.
Who did?
I think
Who
Vector
said that?
the
No, see,
Nomad.
but
Oh,
Vector,
Vector.
no, Vector is right about what I was talking about. If you're
Yeah.
trying to make a comic book movie like a comic book, Snyder nailed it.
What a horrific idea.
Which
Yeah, I mean,
proves-
Darkman did it first.
Which proves that trying to just do
Sin
one
City?
to one like they did with 300 and Sin City
Yeah.
doesn't work unless it's specifically stylized like
Yeah.
those two.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And even then, Sin City achieves way better because of
Yeah.
Robert Rodriguez and their prowess of doing the fucking Shark Boy and Lava Girl movies.
Yeah.
And all of Desperado. Like, they were actually a filmmaker before that, whereas Snyder was given one of the best comic books, both of the best comic
Yeah.
books ever, 300,
Like the most heady, like heavily political material.
and Watchmen, and given
Yeah.
the storyboard to just do whatever to copy it. And
Yeah.
so they did that, and so they nailed the look of a comic book, but to make it authentic to the comic book, I think you got to do something more along the lines of what the Batman did. And even
Yeah.
still, that's like a 6.5 on the scale of 10.
Exactly, because you should not let, as I've said, like if you're adapting something, you should in no way be concerned
Yeah.
with complete and total loyalty, because that'll
kill
flaw
you.
your shit
Yeah.
from the beginning.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There's no way you're going to satisfy everyone. There's no way you're going to satisfy yourself doing that, because you need an emotional thread as like
Yeah.
a creative, a filmmaker, whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's like I had this argument with a friend not long ago. Like, but if they made a Mario adaptation in name only that is just like a domestic drama about plumber brothers,
Yeah.
if it was good and stood on its own, I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
That's totally fine.
Well, I mean, think about the Super Mario Brothers movie with John Leguizamo and fucking,
Banger.
Oh yeah.
you know?
Banger.
Hopkins.
yeah,
Bob Hopkins.
Something, thank you. But
Yeah, Bob Hoskins.
Yeah,
Bob
Bob Hoskins.
Hoskins.
Yeah,
Hoskins,
yeah.
Hoskins.
Right, like that could have had nothing to do. I mean, it effectively has nothing to do other than in name.
What am I
Yeah.
supposed
Like
to
Mario and
fucking
Luigi.
do?
They could have been Brian and
Yeah.
Slime, and it would have been the same fucking dynamic,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
It has nothing to do with the game.
Yeah, it's a movie that slots in so perfectly with this 90s canon of like vaguely dystopian futures. Like that would run so well next to like Demolition Man.
Right?
Or like any of like the post RoboCop like Verhoeven copies. Like we talked about it a little bit earlier, but there was such a slew of like Charles Band produced like Full Moon, Empire Pictures, like
Oh, God,
attempting
yeah,
that,
Stuart Gordon stuff.
Trancers, shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it dovetails so nicely. I love that movie to pieces.
I have no fucking idea what to do in this fucking game. Over and over again, I've walked into the same fucking one building I can fucking occupy.
Yeah.
It says save my team members.
Where's Dram?
There's
Give us
no.
the pointers. Bellman was tight. Albert Pune, the GOAT, the VHS
shit.
auteur pimp, Albert Pune.
God damn it! I accidentally shot my fucking guy. All for the best,
Well,
guys. I have no
Artie-
idea what the fuck is next in this game anyway.
Yeah.
We're gonna we're
Artie,
gonna let you speak a little bit.
Yeah, Artie, you've been on the phone very patiently with us
You've been a good fellow.
while we discuss the inner workings of film logger. Oh, hello.
Oh.
You were stuck on this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have actually played this before.
Okay.
Really?
No, he hasn't played it before.
And what? And what?
Fucking.
Big deal.
And what?
He's not. He doesn't.
No, he played. I know he played it.
He just wanted to hit the
I
reverb.
know
He
in
hates
high school he
Psygnosis.
played it.
He
I
doesn't
seen
play
it.
Psygnosis games. Who is this? Relapse?
Signalis?
Signalis? Who
That
did
was a
Vivendi
pretty
and
cool
then
secret
Black
life.
Label.
Vivendi Computer Artworks.
Vivendi. They ain't around no more. But yeah,
Yeah.
Artie. Yeah, let's hear from you a little bit. Did you have something you wanted us to discuss before We let you go.
Well, listening to you guys talk, I think there's the Sham tonight on PPS. That isn't a guest.
No?
That's Johnny. You gave him a Celsius and
It's
you made
Johnny.
him dress up like one of the spin doctors. It's not a guest.
You're saying it's Johnny dressed up as one of the spin
You do give off a little,
That's
hey
right.
little thing, let me light your candle, cuz. Does Johnny have very similar views to Slime on film?
No, but like the eyes pass, you know, like if you just look at Johnny or look at Slime's face from the eyes.
In the eyes?
It looks like Johnny.
It's in the eyes.
We're both
If he
doughy
was
white
doing
men?
a-
Is that
He was-
like, we're a dime a dozen,
Yeah, yeah,
brother.
yeah, yeah.
You can walk down the street and find 10 Johnnies right now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, he did shit talk. He shit talked. Do you know how I know Slime is not Johnny in disguise? He shit talked New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Yeah.
Johnny would never.
No, not New Brunswick, New
defame
Jersey.
Jersey.
I'm sure that's also a shithole. I am talking
back.
specifically about
It's in Canada?
Nouveau Brunswick,
Yeah.
the entire
Oh!
province.
The province.
If you thought, if
I
you
take
ever
it
been-
back.
If you've ever found the Quebecois insufferable, imagine them like total like hicks. Like they're the progenitors of the Cajuns.
Oh.
Like the reason they even got down there is like when my folks
Yeah.
got to the East Coast, we pushed all them frogs down.
Yeah.
We said get, and then
Yeah.
they
You
scurried
gig 'em.
down there.
Frog gigged him.
yeah.
I sang. I'm looking at the chat. I sang a fucking Black Crow song instead of a fucking Spin Doctor song.
I know, it's great.
Yeah.
I was thinking
you-
two princes, and I fucked that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely.
That's-
I don't know what the
when
Spin
you
Doctors.
sang that, I was like, that's.
I don't know
that's
what the
Black
Spin
Crows
Doctors
and
guys
Otis
looks
Redding.
like though, because I don't think he looks like Slime, does he?
I don't know. Let's
I don't
see.
know.
Let's
If
look.
you
The aesthetic.
Like to watch.
Artie called it. Let's see how
TV.
close he is.
All right.
What's it called?
We're gonna see.
Spin Doctors.
Spin
I
Doctors.
was like,
It's got to be
Slipknot.
this hat. It's got to
It's got to be the
this.
hat. It's probably the hat and the flannel,
Yeah.
because that's peak '90s.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's look
Yeah.
at the first YouTube video.
This one?
Yeah,
I'm a doctor of spin, brother. Look at that.
yeah, just mute her. And then like
Got my PhD.
Yeah.
in jamming.
If you want to call me baby, then go ahead now. And if you want to call me baby, just go ahead now. Yeah. There you go.
Artie, let me tell you, I'll be taking that with me. I'll be carrying it for my days. So I'm going to introduce. That's going to go on my resume.
Artie, that was that.
Once described as Johnny, but spin doctor.
That might be the best way to end this week's PPS. So I'm really glad you stayed with us this whole time, man.
thank you, Johnny.
Maybe Wilson would be better.
Thank you, Artie. I'm fucking.
We're gonna matrix him.
This game fucking broke me.
I know.
We've
man.
tried to play this on the PPS before, and I think we've actually got further tonight than we ever did before.
And you're still getting tutorial
Oh,
problems.
we're still, yeah, we're still like
light poles.
Light poles.
Light poles
Oh,
exist to
fuck.
guide people from one location to another when in blizzards hamper invisibility.
I found a save, but I don't have a memory card today, so what are we gonna
Fucking
do?
hell.
Oh, well.
Actually,
Doesn't need it.
yeah, we're never playing this fucking again.
You can do this in 45 minutes,
Yeah.
not on stream.
So, man, I think we've covered it all. Brian got the knife.
Oh yeah.
We talked about the shirt again. PPS first available merchandise.
Zwick caught the L. He tuned in too
Zwick's
late.
in there.
Yeah, I just missed the show.
Old dumbass, stupid ass.
We're
man,
ending it.
Shouts out. Shouts
Long live
out.
the Snyder Cut, says Vector. I don't know. I do like when Batman's wearing a trench coat in daylight.
I agree. Long live the Snyder Cut. The original studio cut sucks. That's
Oh.
how bad the studio cut is.
You know, I
is
never
that
saw the
Sni-
studio cut. I
Don't
only saw
bother.
Snyder.
You don't need to see any of it.
Don't
Well, I don't
Watch
like
paint
D-
dry. What the
Here's
fuck
the
are
thing.
you talking about?
I actively dislike DC because I grew up with like X-Men, so
Yeah.
it's just like I have this console war in my head.
Yeah.
We're like, no, I'm a Marvel fan.
Always, baby.
I'm
the Joker, baby.
Anyway, guys, it's been a blast. I want to thank Slime for coming on. Slime, if you could plug, where would you plug? Where can they find you on SoundCloud, or are you
You
sending
can
them
find
there?
me on anywhere music is found on the computer. Slime to Garbage Man. You look that shit up. You know who it's gonna be. This bright shining face.
Yeah.
In your face, in your ears. Slime to Garbage Man on SoundCloud and every other kind of like fucking streaming platform you can find. Twitter, Oh, no, dot. Lil X Slime, LILXSLIME. Slime _ to Garbage Main on Instagram.
Yeah.
Shout out to Palette Swap again. That is a website that we launched with a bunch of my fellow hard drive writers, the goats,
The goats.
funniest and most insightful people I know, and that you probably know without knowing their names. Yeah, we're working on pieces there. We're gonna be doing some merchandise, some more shit soon. If you're at PAX, if you're going to PAX East, have a look out for them boys with that yellow-blue controller.
That's right.
They will be there. Kevin POTUS, Joe Tolelli, Parker Johnson. Go bother them. Give them money for the website. Whatever you can do.
What's
God
the
is
website?
good. Go with him. Paletteswap.mag.
Yeah. And I should also mention that the boys are going to be out at PAX
Just look up Palette
East
Swap
as
Mag,
well.
all one word, it'll come up.
Mega 64 has a booth and a panel. I believe we've been announcing
It's like
all
you're
of that.
getting the link of like the Twitter. Yeah.
So that's coming up. PAX East is like, what, 2 weeks?
Soon
1
as a
week?
bitch.
Yeah, it's real
Damn,
fucking
dude.
soon. So you can check that out. Brian, you're searching for stuff, but I really want to show some other stuff, so
Okay,
I'm
go for
sorry,
it.
buddy.
No, it makes sense. I tried to get it up.
We are going. I had this all queued up, but it's gone. The Mega 64 boys are coming to PAX East. Sorry, March 21st through the 24th. That's where it is.
Marketplace.
We got a booth.
Next
we
week.
have a panel. You're going to want to get there. It's generated by AI technology. So come by, see everyone out at PAX East. Brand new panel at the Bobcat Theater.
Named after Bobcat Goldthwait?
It is.
For real?
From Scrooged, yeah.
Holy fuck.
Come on in.
Bobcat Goldthwait from Freaked from 1993.
He became
guys, come out to PAX!
he became such a good director. It's like gnarly.
You know, let's see Mega 64.
This Friday, we are putting the Chroma collection back in stock. The store is going to feature everything from the hats to the joggers, the shorts to the sweaters. I mean, we got it, baby. You want it.
Wow.
Check that out. When is that coming back? It looks like
Noon?
3:15 at noon. Last chance to get any of the Chroma designs. Oh, yes. Time to take a long, hard look is back in stock over at Mega64.com. We are taking a hard look. We are. Why is Golem Mukbang relevant again?
It's never not relevant.
It's never
one of
not.
the best things Sean's ever
Brian,
done.
don't look. Brian, don't look at that.
I know.
Brian, stop looking. Stop.
Oppenheimer. How about Oppenheimer?
Stop looking at the screen.
Wait, Barbenheimer? Did you guys do the Barbie Heibenheimer?
The Hyman,
the Hyman
breaker.
The Hyman breaker seeing both movies
I
back to back.
I almost fell over backwards at that.
I did. All right, everybody go home, do the Hyman breaker, watch Oppenheimer, and then Barbie.
That's it, boys.
Listen to Wappenheimer by Gucci Mane.
And then go to Burger King and get a Wappenheimer.
Peace
double
out.
Wappenheimer.
We sure do
Bitches.
love you. We'll see you next time.
I'm the Joker, baby.
Do you care about the audience?
I care very much about the audience.
You said yesterday you were greeting some fans, and you said to one kid,
I care very much about the audience.
Big stuff. It's rolling like a big stuff. Big stuff. It's rolling like a big stuff.
shit, bitch. Show somebody what, who, y'all know me. Turn it off and go. 613, Auto Ontario, Auto Ontario. I smoke good weed, bitch. I'm from motherfucking Canada, shit. Y'all know me, but who? I smoke good weed, bitch. Y'all know me, but who? Y'all know me. 613, 613. Auto Ontario, Auto Ontario. I smoke good weed, bitch. I'm from motherfucking Canada, shit. And when I spit, my flow's insane. I be in my mode, you know what I'm trying to say. I'ma just explain them words. Y'all motherfuckers ain't even never heard. And that's my word. I'ma spin it, I'ma rip it, trip it, dip it, oh shit. Throw that bitch ass motherfucker in the ocean. Shoulda paid me what he owed me. Motherfucking money, get your paper, get your dough. Gotta get my money on my mind every time. I just stay on my grind, words coming out my brain every time. You know my name, I don't play no games. Fuck the police, y'all know what I'm saying, man. Oh no, I gotta let them know. Joe somebody, here we go, buddy. Hey, homie, y'all know me. 613. 6613, bitch, auto what shit. I'ma kill it like, whoa, y'all don't know. What? Here's my name. I'ma get in the game. Joe somebody, y'all know me. I smoke good weed, but who? I smoke good weed, bitch. I'm from motherfucking Canada, shit. And when I spit, my flow is insane. I be in my mode, you know what I'm trying to say. I'ma just explain them words. Y'all motherfuckers